tell me to leave, but I wanted to stay. Riding solo while I skirt through the race. Sipping straight out the bottle, ain't no need to chase. And I got all these problems that I need to face, but I'm gonna run away from giving you all my time. I've been trying to find a way to run away. I've been tired of finding ways to hide, so now I need to run away. You've been lying, you got me dying inside, so now I want to run away. The back of my mind, the only place I can run and go escape to. So what about us? We've been chillin' laid back in a whip all black, trying to smoke some. By the way we gotta act, hate the ways you react when we get done. Baby, just relax, I'ma keep us intact, we gon' have fun. So what about trust? Went from riding in the biz, now I'm riding with my friends, now it's all gone. Got your beard till the end, no more seeing you again, you've been so wrong. I don't know where you been, baby, we could get it in, don't move on. Don't move on. Put me on blast, one side of the story. You don't wanna hear me out, cause you loving the glory. Thought I saw your true colors, but my vision was blurry. Forever lasts forever, but you left in a hurry. You wanna get drunk, make love. I just wanna take drugs, have fun. Put your body in a Maybach and Ralph Lauren. We could get wild, we don't gotta stay boring. Summer so sweet, California. Cause girl, you know me and I adore ya. We could make peace, don't make me more ya. You may be evil, but I adore ya. So what about us? We've been chillin' laid back in a whip all black, trying to smoke some. Love the way we gotta act, hate the ways you react when we get done. Baby, just relax, I'ma keep us intact, we gon' have fun. So what about trust? Went from riding in the biz, now I'm riding with my friends, now it's all gone. Got your beard till the end, no more seeing you again, you've been so wrong. I don't know where you been, baby, we could get it in, don't move on. Don't move on.
Honestly, if you want to continue to be petty like this, go for it. Keep ignoring my calls. Keep denying every single text I have ever sent you. Because I'm done. This bullshit over and over and over again. I'm so sick and tired of it. And you just don't understand. But that's fine. I'm used to being second place.
I tried and tried and tried, no matter all the times you lied. I cried and cried and cried, then it took me late into the night. When I lost it again. You're calling, I'm not shit. I'm off one again. If I'm honest, you were toxic. Just to me, you're dead. Cause I lost it all again. Can't go on without you. Too many memories put behind. I can't go on without you. I think I've been pushed to the side. Where'd you go?
Welcome back, gentle Dems and Lays. We are back once again for more Siege with Game Rogues 1500, and yeah, this game, it's going to be a little bit further in the seeding wise from the game we saw earlier. It was originally it was 113, now it is 732, and as much as information as we had in the previous game, we do have a little bit of a change. Before we get into that, I have to do the usual. I'm, of course, Sater. Joining me is, of course, Jim the Knight, who I'm going to start calling Ace now in a little while. But we want to
Oh.
get into this because we have some information about Outlast. We've seen some of their players before, and we have some information. But Revival, they're a bit of an underdog. We don't know much about them, but we've had a little look on the L tracker, and they are still of high caliber players. But how are you feeling about this one? Are you seeing a Cinderella story here for Revival, or is Outlast kind of your one to go to now?
Um, I really don't know what to properly expect about these guys. Haven't seen too much of them,
Mm-hmm.
but looking at some of their stats, we see Didi. Um, looking at some of their stats, you can see some of them are they've played for quite a long time. However, I believe Outlast has a pretty good set of stats, even though they haven't played for as long. So it's kind of the same situation we had for last game between HK and Sins, is where we had Sins not play as much, however, be almost as skilled when it comes to
Mm-hmm.
headshot ratios as HK.
Definitely. Yeah, there is a lot to say, and then we're going to get into the map pick and ban now in just a couple of moments. But the last thing I kind of want to say here for Outlast Gaming is, although they've only been together for a couple of months, they really have high goals coming in. So let's jump into our player versus player here and have a
Mm-hmm.
to watch, which is Deity and Angel. And there is a massive discrepancy in hours, but the MMR in favor of Deity and the headshot. And we have a 50-50 vote here. Unlike last time where we had the underdog favored, it is very, very close here, but headshot percentage standing out to me.
Definitely a lot of raw potential coming from Deity, at least from the splash screen we see. So hopefully we'll see his team also bring that same raw potential to the table, and we'll see them possibly win, especially with that headshot ratio of 64%. It's extremely impressive and kind of intimidating compared to the 48% of Angel. Although
Yeah.
these are the two best players of the team, so these could be not completely represent the teams entirely. However, maybe it just gives us a little insight to what is to come and who could possibly win this.
Yeah, and as we do go into the map bans here, we'll get to have a look at what comes through here. And Chalet, Oregon, and Clubhouse. I believe that Oregon is the first map we're going to see, or is it Chalet?
Yep, it is Oregon. Oregon is the first map today.
It's second time we've had it first map, and we saw a very close game actually previously with HK and Sins. So I'm hoping for a bit of a closer game because Clubhouse is sitting there. I can see it. It's waiting for us there. But with that discrepancy between the teams and like once again the headshot percentage, Outlast looked like a much stronger team going in. Less hours, better quality coming out from them just from the first look. But as we go into the game, as soon as we get in, it all comes down to the eye test. Like you can be absolutely cracked in comp, you can be that big carry, but if we are going to the kind of eye test, maybe Revival have something there, but we are going into bans, and I'm not really sure what to expect here because teams like their own styles. Eliminating a style from another team is massive, but attack inside Revival, 3 seconds to go. They have their first think about this one, and knock. Okay, solid. I like it. Take it away. It's a very strong pick in the right hands. Take it away early.
Oh, definitely. And she's a very high fragger. And I believe she's a 3-speed, if I do remember correctly. So she can move across that map pretty fast and evade detection from those cameras. So it's a pretty good anti-intel operator. And to have her banned is kind of a disadvantage to rival gaming. So good ban on them. And they're also going to be banning Ying, which I kind of find an odd pick. Ying is pretty good, especially with her LMG and those Candelas. She has a good pool of them. So strange to pick. I would think you'd want as much advantage as you'd want going into your own, like Revival going into their attacking phase. They're banning Ying. Well, they kind of set themselves at a disadvantage getting rid of a pretty decent operator.
Yeah, it's an interesting one for sure, but I still think they have a game plan. They have an idea going in, so we can't judge them too harshly off of these bans just yet. We need to see what their plan is going forward. Myra, I always do like the Myra bans coming through. I think it is a very strong agent, and we did see it previously banned on Oregon as well. So maybe they were having a look at how HK were doing things, going, okay, if they ban this, they must know what they're doing. So that's been taken away. I'm never going to trust the attackers when they hover things here. I'm never going to trust them again because they've swapped so many times. As soon as they go in, I'm like, oh, there's a mute. Really excited. There's a Jaeger as well. Oh, actually, we're excited about this. This is good. I like this so far. Jaeger and mute, very good. So we won't see any changes there, hopefully. But on the other side, Amty's gone a bit interesting here. I think you have some comments to make about this.
I do. There's quite... It looks like everybody that would be used in a decent rush, as well as 2 people who have hard breaches. Zero has secondary hard breachers, not as good as normal hard breaches like thermites, where they can blow up an entire wall, or Habanas, which have a lot in quantity and can be very versatile because of the amount of Habana shots you can use. But it really just looks like a heavy frag setup currently going for Revival. With the Sledge, the Iana, and the Sophia, they're really planning to bust down walls, windows, and doors very fast. And we also see a bit of a spawn peek from Kronk, at least an attempted one, but it looks like he's going to back off before he can really do anything.
Yeah, so let's get it spotted out. The camera's starting to go in here. Information, slow, hesitant starts. A couple of shots here and there, but nothing too mad so far.
There is an alibi kind of waiting at the bottom of the stairs. That looks like the only kind of roamer that Outlast Gaming has right now. They're not being very aggressive with how they're playing, other than having the alibi at the bottom, just waiting for anybody to come through. Kronk takes a little bit of damage. I think he was watching front door through the floor, and Revival knew that spot and decided to shoot at it and take a little bit of damage. So they definitely know their stuff when it comes to Oregon. But it looks like...
Kronk was pulling the lever there for sure. Sorry, I had to get that in early and just get it out of the way so I don't do it during anything else. But yeah, little bit of a very... Like, I don't really like hesitant starts on the first round. I like... If I'm playing against a team I know is good, I like to just go in and try to break the mental as soon as humanly possible and try to figure out how they like to play these things. So I'm not too fond of the Revival start. I just like that poke and prod first round where you just go, let's see what happens, let's see where they are, get a feel for it. But maybe they just want to go straight from the start, get everything down perfect. Couple of daggers thrown as well, so look at them all stacked around the site as well.
Making a pretty decent setup. Kronk is really using those kunais to her advantage. Oh, Jolt's getting Angel. I believe that was from Attic Hallway. Very good stuff. Amity gets taken down with a frag grenade.
Very nice there. Spudsack is getting ready to breach onto this. Doesn't really know what's going on just yet. There's a lot of people just hovering around as Foresight manages to pick up another, and Kronk does manage to take out Casper as well. Spudsack trades one back, but Joda's ready to clean that one up. So Outlast 4-1 now. Unstoppable might just have to go unstoppable, but does get knocked back immediately. Double for Kronk in that round, and Outlast, we know why they're strong. They're good at this, and they're getting those shots in.
That was really fast. And I also find it really funny that you could see one of Outlast's teammates crawling along the ground to go revive his teammate when they were in Attic. So that's
good
definitely a sentiment to, that's a sentiment to good teamwork right there. Every person counts, and nobody's left behind unless they're already down and can't do much about it. But
I saw that Jaeger skin, and I'm just like, my top is getting itchy because I'm such a Fnatic fan. It's just, I just want to no, change skin, just for me, please. No G2s, not today. But yeah, I kind of want to pick your mind a little bit here on the kind of style that Revival went for in their comp and the immediate changes that are coming in. Do you think they're trying to adapt as soon as possible, or are they really like thinking about like this will work for sure and we'll start to stick to something?
It kind of feels like they're trying to do the same situation. They still brought the Zofia, the Iana, and the Sledge as well, which could be rush-heavy operators. So it feels like they might be moving a little bit faster, but we see Outlast. There's I think one or two roamers upstairs, so they're getting a little bit more confident, feeling upstairs, getting a good feeling for how these guys play, how they aim, and how they like to take corners, which is a very important part. The alibi will be also, yeah, he alibi is the only one currently roaming upstairs, but it's kind of strange they pick a very rush heavy setup, and yet there's not too much rushing. Sledge is really taking his time getting in there. Ayana's not even in the building yet. I don't know where Zophia's is. Kronk takes out Spudsack just for taking a little bit too long to really make any pushes inside the building.
Yeah, as we see, first pick there for Outlast, and Spudsack does fall. They will take out the hologram there as well. Unstoppable, trying to make space, trying to find the right timings here to get in. We'll get the opportunity here to get down this hallway, working together with the teammates, but they have to be careful here. If they get both of them get caught in that crossfire, it could spell disaster. And as I say, that Nightmare manages to take off Jada's there. Takes it a 4v4. They're poking away, but Nightmare's lost some health. Has to be careful here. Back to camera mode. And they're very, very scared right now.
They don't seem to be very confident in how they're pushing. Deity is waiting so patiently for anybody to cross his trap, just like an anglerfish. He's just waiting for anybody to make a move right in front of him, and he's going to pounce. And when he does, that gun Alibi has will make a fantastic way to finish off anybody that walks to his path. And it looks like we're also having a technical pause for
Love
the
those.
time.
Love those. It happens, and it is the worst thing to happen. It does break our momentum just a little bit, but we did see a better start there coming out a little bit for Revival, actually managing to pick up an early kill, and they're getting into the game a little bit more, and maybe they're starting to find their groove a little bit. But the Ayana, we kind of need to talk about it a little bit because it's been seen every single game. Quite a lot. It's such a strong meta pick right now, and I just want to pick your brain about why it's so decisive that Ayana needs to be taken.
Ayana is an extremely good fragging and intel gathering operator. She has an unlimited gadget, basically an unlimited drone, a human-sized drone that can also trick other people into shooting at it. So you basically have an alibi, maybe an alibi, a Twitch, and let me think. There's probably an Ash as well, mixed all together. So it makes it very pertinent to using those two frag grenades can be utilized extremely well. We saw that a few times last game. We saw HK use some of the frag grenades and kill some of Sin through the floor with a well-timed frag grenade.
True.
So they can be utilized and thrown in very creative ways to get kills or just to create really good distractions.
Yeah. So we'll be breaking some more of that down in the back. We are going to cut to a very quick break. Please do not go anywhere.
Voicemail again. Classy. I like it.
I'm zoning, I'm spaced. I'll take these meds to the face now. Drink till I black. Hear your voice with the hey, wow. I just made it, you never thought I could do it, proved you wrong. Countless fucking reasons we ain't get along. Still looking at my page, but don't hit my phone. Bitch, I did it, I'm at the top. She was at the after party, so she is an afterthought. We was traveling all around the globe, and I know you wish you still stuck around, oh no.
Oh, I saw you fucked it up. Ever since you left, all I knew was to run my money up. And now you see I'm coming up, got it on my own. I was not back on my ass, and I can't find a happy home. Yeah. Promise I won't bother you. No sense in calling you. Don't know why I would fall for you. I should have offered you. Baby, I can't talk to you. I'm just not comfortable. Baby, you're not lovable. You fucked it all up.
I'm zoning, I'm spaced. I'll take these meds to the face now. Drink till I black. Hear your voice with the hey, wow. I'm zoning, I'm spaced. I'll take these meds to the face now. Drink till I black. Hear your voice with the hey, wow. I just made it, you never thought I could do it, proved you wrong. Countless fucking reasons we ain't get along. Still looking at my page, but don't hit my phone. Bitch, I did it, I'm at the top. She was at the after party, so she is an afterthought. We was traveling all around the globe, and I know you wish you still stuck around, oh no.
Honestly, if you want to continue to be petty like this, go for it. Keep ignoring my calls. Keep denying every single text I ever sent you. Because I'm done. This bullshit over and over and over again. I'm so sick and tired of it. And you just don't understand. But that's fine. I'm used to being second place.
I tried and tried and tried, no matter all the times you lied. I cried and cried and cried, then it took me late into the night. When I lost it, I lost it, I lost it again. You're calling, I'm not shit, I'm off one again. If I'm honest, you were toxic, just to me you're dead. 'Cause I lost it all again. Can't go on without you. Too many memories put behind. I can't go on without you. I think I've been pushed to the side. Where'd you go? Where am I? Where are we? I'm all alone. You refuse to help me. We've been touched so long. It's 3:30. If I had one wish, it would be yours permanently. I tried into the night. When I lost it, I lost it, I lost it again. You're calling, I'm not shit, I'm off one again. If I'm honest, you were toxic, just to me you're dead. 'Cause I lost it all again. Lost it. I lost it all again. I lost it. All again.
Wow, voicemail again. Classy, I like it.
I was thinking about you, but you were way too far away. Why'd you go away? I said, why'd you go away? I have nothing left to say. I have nothing left to say. I'm stuck in my ways. I said, I am on my way. I'm too lost, don't know what I'm on. Without you, I'm gone. I'm just way too numb. So I'm on the way. 100 missed calls from yesterday. So I contemplate picking up the phone and make another mistake. I so gone in space. I don't think I'll be the same. Don't come back when I have fame. At least I'm left with you to blame. I honestly, can't you see what you've did you move on from me? I proved you wrong, and I lost it all. Like when I left, I lost control. It's all your fault, I'm on my own. Tell me what's going on, what's in your head? I miss your voice, miss you in bed. Constant text you left on red. I'll never see your face again. I'm too lost, don't know what I'm on. Without you, I'm gone. I'm just way too numb. So I'm on the way. 100 missed calls from yesterday. So I contemplate picking up the phone and make another mistake. I'm so gone in space. I don't think I'll be the same. Don't come back when I have fame. At least I'm left with you to blame. Run away from giving you all my time. I've been trying to find a way to run away. I've been tired of finding ways to hide, so now I need to run away. You've been lying, you got me dying inside, so now I want to run away. The back of my mind, the only place I can run and go escape to. Run away with me when you're ready. What I gotta do to keep it steady? I know that the pain is feeling heavy, but I'll be by your side if you let me. Feeling like a doctor, I'm just losing all my patience, and I really, really miss you. I can't even start to fake it. But my mama always told me you gotta fake it till you make it. But you've been on my mind, and I really can't take it. No. Say you're gonna run away, but you meant from me. And I'm caught in my emotions, but you're not sorry. You said that I'm not right for you, and now it haunts me. Wish I was your ride or die. You lied, now I'm free. Run away from giving you all my time. I've been trying to find a way to run away. I've been tired of finding ways to hide, so now I need to run away. You've been lying, you got me dying inside, so now I want to run away. The back of my mind, the only place I can run and go escape to. Gotta find my escape now. Got me tired of the beat down. But I'm smiling through the pain, and I'm crying for a change, 'cause my head got me spinning round. Lost control and I'm falling for you. Gave my all, but now I ignore you. All the things I had in store, yeah. Now I gotta run away. Tell me to leave, but I wanted to stay. Riding solo while I skirt through the race. Sipping straight out the bottle, ain't no need to chase. And I got all these problems that I need to face, but I'm gonna run away from giving you all my time. I've been trying to find a way to run away. I've been tired of finding ways to hide, so now I need to run away. You've been lying, you got me dying.
We're back. Isn't that
Hello.
just wonderful? We will be jumping back in the game as soon as we can. Sorry for the tech timeouts, but we will be jumping straight back in. And we've had a couple of chats about Ayana and how strong the character is, and kind of breaking down the idea of Outlast taking such great leads in the start, and how Revival Games, they just haven't really got that oomph yet. You know, that first kind of push, like that area where they can just get in, take the space, and work around. So we haven't seen the quality come out from them yet, but jumping back in, I'm really hoping to see that they've maybe picked up a round or two and kind of got into the flow of things, because we don't want to see a clean sweep. We never do.
No.
Let's be honest here. We want to see them come back into this one. So hopefully we'll be jumping in now in just a few moments. But let's talk about this Revival team. All great players. What do they need to get themselves into that next kind of, I guess, tier of how good they're going to be able to play this one? Because they are in the loser's bracket here. They really need to pick it up.
I think if they want to get a little better, I think the best way would be probably being a little bit more aggressive, and specifically working on their flexibility, because they seem to be very careful moving into moving in or doing really anything because they just don't understand. They don't know the situation that could happen. So they're trying to go through their head, okay, what is happening? What information do we have? Where are they? So they can try to figure out, okay, well, we've done this before. Let's do this.
Hmm.
Instead, they want to have that feeling of, okay, we've had something similar. So let's try doing this. But if anything goes awry, we can switch it up to this. Or we have somebody over here that's great at fragging. So we can let them take care of this character that's this player that's roaming too far or overextending. So I think the best way for them to really get a good grip and to really pop off is to just get a little bit more flexible. Maybe just relax a little bit more and don't get so uptight with how perfect these placements are or how well you're shooting.
Get more comfortable in the game and then go from there. We do have the brackets race. So let's bring up these brackets. We'll have a quick look at how the teams have got here. So we will have a look at them here. We're going to be looking at the winners bracket here. HK Rebels, obviously 2-0 Silent Sins. On the other hand, red right hand, that was a bad pun. They are also after 2-0ing Nocturnes SGG, and they've had a 2-0 the entire way through. So they've been a very, very strong team. HK on the other side are previous champions and previous champions. They've dropped one map. So that finals is starting to look a bit, could be spicy there, with both teams coming out very, very strong against some very, very good teams, especially the likes of Outlast Gaming, who were a 7th seed, actually managed to take a game off of the HK Rebels. So that's one of the teams we're looking at here. On the other side, we do have a bit less of a strength coming out. So we have Revival Games. They didn't really have as good of a run leading up to this. So we'll have to keep an eye on them as we go through, because they were seed 32. And they've climbed their way up a little bit. They're getting into these loser bracket games and they're climbing through the ranks. But when we look at where they started, they lost 2-0 to HK Rebels in the first round of games. So they've climbed from literally the bottom of the losers bracket and made their way all the way here. So we do have some teams that have had an easier kind of run to get here. Outlast dropping down in the kind of later stages, but Revival, they've had a really good run to get to where they are now. So I don't want to count them out, but Outlast are looking very, very good. But this is the thing. I want to pick your brain a little bit, because we have a little bit of time before we get back in. What is your best lineup here if you were attacking as Revival into Outlast, knowing that they play the styles that they do and they're very, very good at holding angles? What do you do to blow them up?
I think, that's a pretty good question. I would probably start to play a little bit more aggressive and go for some odd plays. As the competitive college team I used to play with, start playing stupid strats.
Okay.
Though, of course, with some caveat to that, go with some things that they don't expect, but stick with those strats in a way that would be methodical, or maybe just, let me think, kind of like how you'd set up on Organ. You'd have it perfectly set up to perfection. Try doing stupid strats, but with that level of confidence.
Yeah, as we do bring up the player versus player here, I'm going to bring this up and have another quick look. Quality. So we need to look at the quality of the player going in. So we see Angel, a lot of hours played. Seasonal MMR is a little bit lower. Headshot percentage is a lot lower. But the community vote is 50-50. So there is fans there for the side of Revival. So they're not down, they're not out. People see something in them. So we have to be constantly looking at that going, because this is our first time, especially for myself, seeing this team play. I'm going in with just my eye test. I'm seeing the players and I'm looking at them. For example, with the last game with likes of Doug, just seeing, oh, they're landing their shots. They're doing this. Angel, we haven't seen too much of the game, but if Angel can get going, the community's behind them. If they've got it to a 50-50, someone has seen something great on that eye test. So looking at deity, hours, headshot percentage, insane. MMR, obviously above. The eye test is what matters to me. So when you're looking at the stats, you're going to go for Deity. What about the eye test though? Have you seen Deity in those first couple of rounds really pop off?
Yeah, I saw them do pretty well. They were a little bit more aggressive though. Um, the Strangely enough, they were kind of slow getting into sight. So they were kind of doing the same thing the other team was doing at the time. They just didn't really do they just weren't really aggressive at the first rounds. They were just kind of poking and seeing what's going on, and the other team was doing the exact same. So I don't think they really have a good handle on each other just yet. But with the pure skill that, or excuse me, the raw skill that Outlast is currently showing, I have a good feeling that Outlast is gonna be good. However, Revival could possibly come back from Oregon. They have a lot more experience, and Oregon is a very commonly played map, so they may know a few more tricks than Outlast would.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And we're going to have a quick look at the map bans one more time. We're going to jump in and have a look at this. So we have Outlast Gaming, Revival Games. We've just seen Oregon. I believe the lobby is now open. So
Yep, we just got confirmation the lobby is open, so
we'll be
yep.
jumping into the next map, correct? Yeah, we'll be jumping in the next map in just a few minutes, which will be Chalet. So
Oh, lovely. Who, if I'm not, who won the Oregon, or is that
we'll
all
get
over?
that information.
I'm assuming.
Yeah, we'll get that information now in a few minutes. We'll get that from our
Okay.
producer in the chat. He'll send that over to us, and we'll get the wins
do
as
got
well. We do have it.
I believe so. I think this is the Oregon. Yep, this is the Oregon score before the rehost that we just got sent. If you're looking where I'm looking, at least. It
Yeah,
was
just checking it now. It is.
Yep.
Damn, that was a bit of a stomp now. I'm not gonna lie, that looks a bit stompy there. Kronk also leading the charge there. So it's a nice 4-0 so far. A great start for them, and we'll be in with just a few moments, but 8-1 so far, Kronk there, and looking at Angel doing a bit there, kind of doing the best that they can.
Mhm.
Yeah, so at the moment we had Kronk 8-1, Foresight 6-2, and that's kind of the start we kind of expected from Outlast. A nice, good start on the defensive side, 4-0. And on the other side, not a lot of kills being racked up for Revival, so a bit of a worry there.
Currently a bit worried for Revival. They just they're not doing too good on this first map. So, considering how well they're doing, just how they were looking last round, it's looking good for Outlast. But again, this is Siege. It's always possible that anything could come up. Revival could win, but currently there's a huge chance that Outlast will be taking the map.
We have seen 4-0 leads turn around, though. We can't
We
forget what
have.
Silent Sins did do in game one, so I wouldn't count them out, but as soon as it starts to roll back into that momentum based swing, if they can break momentum, it's something that I talk about a lot no matter what game it is. If you can just break momentum on a team that's steamrolling ahead, it doesn't set them back one step. It sets them back a lot further to start to go, what went wrong? Because you learn more by losing than winning. If they're constantly winning, they're just going to keep playing their own comfortable style. But if they lose one, they go, okay, guys, what went wrong? If they had maybe 3 members remaining on Revival, they go, how did 3 of them survive? What went wrong? What did they do right? Was it a pick that they made? Was it like you really start to doubt yourself then? And then the second round could come and they go, okay, we really have to swap things up now. And that swap could then lead into more mistakes being made. So we are ready for game. I'm definitely ready for the game. I'm more than excited to see how it will turn out here as we get into round 5. Revival. I want to see a revival from them. I want to see them Phoenix reborn, come back, burst of flame, and really do something. See the picks coming through now. Sledge, Hibana, Lion, Ayana, Sophia. Very standard start.
You could possibly see a Revival, especially with the
Is that an M&M logo?
Warden pick.
No
Excuse
way.
me?
Sorry, it's the marshmallow. M&M, sorry. It's
Oh,
one of the EU teams.
oh, it's all good.
Yeah, it's one of the smaller like region-based teams, and it's just nice to see them in the game every now and then. It's like, yeah, we have an M&M. But yeah, here comes the setup. Talk me through Outlast's thoughts right now, because from what I saw before, not much has changed.
No, I'm not seeing too much different right now. I don't like Warden specifically. However, in this case scenario, I will make an exception. He's very good. Considering going construction is very popular, and that is a very popular place to get smoked or flashed. Warden could shine in construction in that blue 90 hallway, or he could do pretty good holding freezer, which is also pretty flashed and smoked out quite often. So he could see some pretty decent use, and well as he's using his rifle instead of using his shotgun. So he does have the distance advantage that he
Oh,
should have.
no.
Kronk already getting a kill on the Nightmare.
Tower of
Oh.
Doom right there. The Tower of Doom just immediately picking up the first kill of the round. Outlast taking that man advantage, so important, and they're looking so strong every single time.
And Nightmare, I'm kind of surprised that Nightmare was using an Amaru push or Amaru rush onto Big Tower. No droning, no intel gathering, no nothing. Just straight zip line right into Big Tower, and it definitely cost him.
Yeah, cost him his life there, and the team does fall behind, but we can't count out Angel. That was our head-to-head. That was our player to watch. So on the Hibana does have the option to go aggressive here, holding a very tight angle here, and just the way that the Outlast are moving around, they're so fast and so paced. They're just constantly moving, checking everything, and we do see one go down. Just as I was saying it, the one to watch was Angel, and Angel does manage to take out Deity. That was the player to watch versus the player to watch. Our first real 1v1 between them, and it goes in favor of Revival.
That is a pretty good sign, seeing the top of their, the best of each team going head to head, and then you see Revival get the kill. So it was a good movement. However, we still can't ignore the fact that Angel is the only person to get a kill on Revival games. Oh, excuse me, we did rehost, so the kills and deaths are currently
It
a
was
little different.
8-1 for Kronk, and it was actually Deity was the lowest on the team at 1 before that. So now they're 1 and 3. Angel on either side going 3 and 4 currently. But as we see the flashes come through, and the frags and the explosions and all the nice walls falling apart, we have to ask the question of, are they getting onto site or are they just wasting utility?
It looks like they're starting to try to make a push into site, but it doesn't look
Angels.
like it's too successful.
They're not seeing the they're not seeing the angles yet. The smokes are starting to come through, pushing them back slightly. Foresight getting a nice one there. Amty picks up one onto Angel. The star player falls, the Spud falls, Casper falls all by himself. Unstoppable.
15 seconds remaining.
Does fall as well. Jodas picks up the last one, and it all kind of went backwards for them very quick there.
If I'm not mistaken, we did see Unstoppable go. He was the last one on his team before the rehost. One round, wasn't he?
Yes, he was. We did see a couple of rounds advance after that before the rehost, but they had an opening pick there, Outlast. They got the tower one, and then it was kind of a bit strange. Angel started to pop off a little bit, picked up one, made it even. They picked up another, and then it all just kind of fell apart very quickly for them. It was just that the angles were just held by Outlast, and they managed to weather the storm, going 5 now. So we go into round 6. The setup coming through, the nice purple or the nice pink and green coming through onto the walls there. Foresight, they're getting ready for this one, and Revival, the picks here, there has to be something spicy come out. There has to be something to help break down this wall.
We do see an ace, which is of course the whole point of ace is of course to get rid of those hard walls, but it also, if I'm not mistaken, if I just saw on meeting, the main wall of meeting hall isn't completely reinforced. They only reinforced one half of it. So I'm really wondering what is going through Outlast Gaming head right now. Maybe they just did it to throw some confusion. Maybe it's just easier to have them funneling into the soft wall. Spud gets already taken out by Kronk. I believe that was a run out. No, it was a spawn peek from Master Bedroom. Kronk taking out. I think he's gotten the first kill a few rounds now, so he's getting pretty good at figuring out where they're going to go first.
Yeah, Kronk's definitely started to emerge as the star player. He's currently 10-2 in this game. So very, very strong, very, very good. Kronk moving fast. Angel picks up Empty though. Kronk does trade one back almost immediately, getting those shots through the wall, and Unstoppable picking up another one. It's going 3 for 3. It's getting a little bit closer here as they start to make these pushes forward. Kronk coming down but finding Nightmare at the bottom, and that's a free kill handed over. A dangerous drop in, and Foresight needs the foresight to know where they're going to come from, and he's in the right place.
He just knew exactly where he was gonna drop that hatch, and he knew exactly where he was. He was confident in that idea. He immediately pushed on that hatch, and he was rewarded with a shiny new kill on his leaderboard. So good prediction from him. Kind of surprised he got it. I don't know how he really figured that out. I couldn't hear a sound cue or anything from him. So that is pretty impressive. They must have some drones or some cameras around to give them some pretty good intel to figure that out. But good on you for that hatch kill.
Yeah, as we do see the push starting to come through. Customer was quite late on the entry onto sites here, so keeping an eye out for this one as they start to duck and weave and get shot in the meantime. We'll see some changes coming through. Foresight does manage to take out Nightmare, and Unstoppable trades it back, so it's kind of working out for them as we do see another spray through going. 1 versus 2. Diffuser has been dropped. This could change how they play. It's all down to Didi now. Star player, star moments, needs to clean this one up. We'll get Casper. They take a round.
Looking in just the wrong direction at the wrong time. That is unfortunate. He was just really watching that right side of Meeting Hall so closely, but wrong direction. It happens. Just too many angles to hold, too many places to look for, you know. But that is the end of the momentum for Outlast Gaming. Revival finally have one round, starting to believe in themselves, seeing that they actually were able to pull that off. They might have a bit more confidence. They might be feeling pretty good like right now, and Outlast have lost their momentum after 5 rounds of winning.
But you have to remember the swap comes in now, and that changes everything. I think it's a little too late to be breaking momentum in the last round. So now with Outlast on the attack, we'll see the defense come through from Revival, yes, but they have a fresh start and plenty of time to play with. Revival, if they lose 2, it's done.
That is true. Outlast does have a pretty good... They have a pretty good head start, but we have seen comebacks from our last game specifically, so we still can't count them out yet. However, numbers would dictate that Outlast Gaming is still doing pretty good and still up there and could still pretty easily take this. And as well, I bet to see a nice kill from Kronk in the beginning. Oh no, Nightmare is going to be doing a spawn peek, it looks like.
Nightmare's going to go aggressive here, and Kronk, separated from the team, going to go for that more flanking position and see what they can go for. Starting to make that break in now, but he does get tagged, Kronk, so a bit of a change there, but Jodas opens it up onto Casper, and that's not what Revival needed.
Is it Jolt? No,
Jodas.
Jodas, you're right. Okay,
Jodas,
sorry.
Jodas, one of those two. It's one of those two. We'll get it right eventually.
I always think it's Jolts for some reason. It kind of rolls off the tongue a little better, but Jodas, got it. I
think that's an I.
Is it an I?
It could be Jotils.
Yeah. One of us got it right, one of us got it wrong. We'll figure it out later. But anyway, back to the game at hand. It looks like Outlast is going to be trying to take most of first floor before getting comfy and making their push down. However, there is one on Revival Gaming, still roaming top floor. Nightmare, and also Nightmare has a C4 as well, so she could potentially find the group of Outlast Gaming just before they push in and destroy the entire push before it's even made.
Yeah, Angel now. And a poke and prod here, get the angles right, know what's coming, but on the other side, Outlast is crouched above, a floor above, plenty of time to play with still. Minute and 16 on the clock, and they're clearing out some of the defenses here, some of the attacks as well, and breaking it down. Outlast, slow, methodical. They've got opening picks, they have plenty of room and time to work with. Camera has been taken out. Foresight dropping some flashes. Look at the breakdown into this one. Has to be careful. Oh
no.
Was that Amty's fault or Foresight's fault?
That was Foresight's accident.
Yeah, I don't know. I think Amty walked into those bullets.
That Oh, I remember seeing this. I think it was last week.
What I wouldn't do to be in the team comms right now, but we do see a big push coming through and 2 kills really, really quickly there for Revival. I want to see the break now. Kronk and Deity. Deity is down, so that should be another kill coming through. Kronk, 1 versus 3. Low health bar on Nightmare, but not enough to worry about right now. The diffuser has to be placed.
He's also getting spotted by that bulletproof camera as well.
Yeah, so there is information being given, and the spray through comes. Has to get these shots right. Needs to find something there, a foot, an ankle.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, defenders win, so Revival. They're getting there.
Looks like they finally found their groove, and I think they're just doing a lot better on defense.
Was that them finding the groove, or was it Outlast shooting their own player in the back of the head?
That could be true as well. We could chalk that up, but even still, that's still another a large hit to momentum for Outlast Gaming. Even if it was a complete accident, they're still probably kind of losing a little bit of confidence. So hopefully they can bring it back.
Yeah. I want to see Revival really come back into this one. I want to see if their defending side is their saving grace here, if they're more a defensive-sided team. But with the unfortunate accident that happened last time, I still feel like Outlast, if they had that extra man, if they had that player still on the ground, they would have been able to break it down a little bit better. But losing Amty so early might have been the kicker. So it's all to play for still. 2 rounds can easily turn into 7. It can still happen, but Outlast, if they pick up this next round, I think that might be the final nail in the coffin for map 1.
Looking at the operator's picks here, and I really like the IQ play. IQ has been extremely underrated, and he's been picked, excuse me, a lot more often considering Solus came out, and now everybody sees how useful it is seeing those electronics. And her G8A1 is a really good gun. It has high mag capacity. It's just really a comfortable gun. Amity gets a kill onto Unstoppable early match. That's got to be pretty nice for Outlast.
Yeah, Amty really putting on some pressure there and not getting shot in the back of the head, more importantly, and takes up 2. So really trying to make a statement now, saying you shouldn't have killed me last time because I can do things like this. Picks up 2. They've located the bomb sites. And yeah, Revival Games, a lot to play for here. A lot of utility still available though, so looking forward to seeing what they will do with this.
Nightmare is also roaming downstairs, and he just got droned out as well, so he's going to have to start to push back to site or maybe make a push towards somebody that is roaming. Ooh, Spud actually might get the kill on the window. Nope. He shot through the window a little too early, and now he's going to get spotted. They know he's near that window. Now they know to be a little careful and maybe switch up the angle a little bit so he won't be expecting it next time he pushes, but he's going to stay away from that. Nightmare got a headshot onto Amity as well, or onto
Amty, yeah.
Yeah, thank you. Amty. I struggle with the names. I apologize greatly.
You'll get used to it, don't worry. But yeah, Nightmare actually takes up another one, but will get traded out by Kronk, covering each other on those angles. So a great little pickup there to make it 3-2, and they just have to break through the last two, which is Casper and Spudsack here. Spudsack. Oh, Foresight does manage to find one, but it actually gets turned by... It does get turned by Casper. Kronk will trade that one back, though. 2 times now Kronk has been the trade quo for quo. And Spudsack sending out some smokes. Needs to make some space. Last player remaining here on this defense. And if that diffuser goes down, it could spell the end of this one. The pressure will be on. But at the moment, in a good position, Kronk and Jodis. I can't see the diffuser at the moment.
I
Have to be
think
careful.
I'm not too sure where the diffuser is. If anybody would have had it, it would have been the ace. So most likely where he died, the diffuser lays. It also could have been the IQ because he tends to have a very high mag capacity, so he would have been good at protecting it. Oh, we also have been corrected on the pronunciation of a name.
The smokes. Jodis, no. Kronk, no.
Oh.
That's not it. That's not it.
Oh, that was a poor decision on
The rush.
side
The
of
rush.
that
It
was
was just so unnecessary. Well, it was necessary, but just find a better angle, guys, please.
go around the smoke. That was a little too risky going through it.
Aggressive, but it doesn't work out for them. It is another round for revival, but they still have to get 2 more to make it even, 3 more to take advantage, and 4 more to win. While Outlast, they get this next win and they force overtime or win regardless.
Oh, we've also been corrected on the pronunciation of a name. It is Jutolls. It's in the Twitch chat right now. You guys can't hear us. We're at a
Yes.
3-minute delay, so it's a little funky. But yeah, it's been changed to Jottles.
Jatholes.
Yeah, Jotholes.
Jatholes. That's an interesting pronunciation for that name, but thank you so much for correcting us. Twitch chat, you are always the best at it. But yeah, Jatholes. What an interesting name.
Jotholes.
On
I
Ja?
wonder what. No, not on Ja.
Not on Ja. Okay, my bad. But yeah, setups coming through. Last couple of seconds of the round. More aces, and I'm not really feeling the aces right now. I don't think Jatholes has been landing these shots as well. I think Amty has really been the star player on this attacking side so far.
Mm-hmm.
And maybe Kronk. Kronk's been getting some good trades off of his teammates dying, as long as Foresight isn't the one shooting them.
I mean, Kronk is doing pretty good when it comes to KD. I believe last he had 8 kills before the rehost, so now he would have 14 kills and 4 deaths. So he's doing very good.
All the heavy lifting.
Yeah, he's doing quite a lot of the fragging today, but we hope. It's always nice to have your team be spread out with kills, just so it shows that they have equal experience. They're all working together properly, and it's not just one person carrying. Because once Kronk gets taken down, it's a loss of morale for the team, and then it's also it gives a confidence boost for a revival. Once they get Kronk down, they can start making more plays, more pushes, and getting more secure in general. So, yeah.
Trying to get something going here, Angel. Getting those out, and it will break down some of it, but no, not quite yet. That's not the angle you were looking for, as they have taken some damage here. Jatholes has taken a little bit of a chip damage there, and cameras flying out left and right, poking and prodding for this information. And time again, we see this slow, methodical push coming out, and a bit of speed would help, but Deity and Nightmare take 1 apiece. Gotta be careful now, losing members like that, especially with the star player of Deity going down. It's all up to Kronk and Amty, but Kronk, we've seen him do it time and time again.
Nightmare picking a very interesting angle through the floor. I really like these kind of angles, just because they're a little... In common pubs, they're... Oh, okay, there's been... Okay, Kronk getting a kill onto Unstockable as well as Casper.
Kronk decides to go to his PC and pull that lever real quick and just start running down Revival saying, I've got a dinner date after this, we gotta get going, guys. And Takes out 2 very quickly, leaves them in a 3 versus 1, all on Nightmare, who has been chipped at. Slowly coming forward here. Doesn't have great sight lines, and people are covering it. He does get he does get a hologram there, so information is given. The poke is coming through, and Amty will clean that round up, and Outlast, they go to 6. Match point.
I didn't see too much point in that push. I kind of 1v3, knowing who's alive. I would have probably taken the time to leave the site and just take the L, let it go to time, and talk to your team a little bit. Basically, have yourself a little bit of a timeout, but without actually calling a timeout. It's something that happens every so often. We've seen it here in the major bracket a few times. I think last week we saw a few people just kind of sit back, relax, watch the timer tick down as they talk to their team and get a nice little reset. So I'm kind of surprised they didn't do that this time. It probably should have, in my opinion. But
I'm waiting for the attack bait. I want to see what they swap to, because they always do it to me.
Which one do you want to do? You want to take bets on which one's gonna get swapped?
IQ, Hibana, Sledge.
I'm feeling Ion.
That's because you're after seeing it.
Yeah.
Okay. They're actually going to swap into Ayana, so you're still wrong.
Oh, well, darn.
I'm right about Hibana. That was no way did they pick that.
A Capital? Yeah, they pick a Capital. Okay.
Interesting.
They also pick a Brava as well. I haven't seen a lot of good Brava plays, specifically just because we don't really get to see the drone do much hacking. But we also don't see a lot of operators on Revival that really could be hacked. Wardens, a gadget can't be hacked. Valkyries could. Wamai's probably could. But everybody else they really only have 2 operators that could really be hacked and have a useful use. So kind of an interesting pick. I do want to see them use the drone a little bit and see what they do with it. But I'm not too sure.
Yeah, it's interesting with the Bravo getting information, and yeah, it's definitely not when the identification is popping up there. They know there's a Valkyrie somewhere, but here comes the peak from the deity. Those footsteps, they look great in all the different colors. It's like a paintball place.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, looking at these footsteps, they're moving, they're watching. This might be the opening the deity was looking for, because the star player going 1 and 4 in this rehost timing, and being 1 and 2 beforehand, not having the best of games, and it might put a bit of a dampener on when the teams are getting scouted here, that they're going, maybe deity isn't the one to watch, maybe it is Kronk. And that might change the way they play a little bit, go like these are the agents that Kronk has been playing, we need to be able to counter these. But Outlast have dropped the diffuser here. Are they going for a hot swap somewhere? A late take as well, but Nightmare opens up onto deity, and the star player is starting to fall a little bit here.
Did we also see somebody AFK in spawn? I think that was the Nomad. There was a character that was just sitting in spawn, or was that just a visual? Okay, it was Kronk. Kronk is just kind of chilling in spawn, or maybe just ran back to spawn to reposition, I guess.
They're taking their time. Kronk knows what he's doing. Kronk's the one.
I will trust Kronk, but that the going back to spawn and just kind of doing that weird reposition, by all accounts, it makes no sense.
Yeah, they've all seemed to fall apart here. Kronk might have even disconnected here.
Yeah, I think we have a connection issue with Kronk. I don't know if we can't see the ping on the caster view without opening up the leaderboard, but Kronk just seems disconnected and just kind of standing right in front of the door. So not too sure what's going on there. We'll probably have
We'll get some information about that soon, but as the timer does tick down, Revival, they will take that round regardless. Even without Kronk, it was a very good round for them on the defending side, so we'll see what happens if we do have to go and repeat that round. But it was a much better looking round coming out for them, and a much better hold.
Oh, definitely. They were a lot more confident. They still had 4 players left, even with Kronk gone. However, Kronk was and still is the current top fragger. So maybe just uh, Kronk not being there, maybe gave them the advantage they needed to take that round. Maybe that's just to stop. He's been okay. So Kronk has had a slow connection and has been lagging all game, and it must have just really spiked up in that last match. So that was the explanation for him kind of just running into a door and not really doing much.
Kind of like me in most of my games.
Yeah, same.
Yeah, just absolutely getting obliterated as I go forward. But I can be a good IGL in the back. That's where my strengths are. I can call things out and I have the information. But okay, they're going to play on through the disconnect as far as we know. So they're going to continue with this round regardless. So we do see some swaps in the agents. Amty going back onto the Ayana and Lion coming out from the Kronk. Oh, never mind. I got baited.
You've been jebaited. No interesting ops. We do see an Ashe and an Ayana on the same attacking round. So very push heavy as well as a sludge. Sludge. Excuse me.
Sledge. Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. But we do have Kronk moving. We do have, that's a good start already for Outlast. And I do want to talk a little bit about this kind of 5-man push going for one side alone. This could open up a lot for them. Amty Spider-Manning there on the veranda, having great fun.
Kronk is moonwalking a little bit, trying to go to master bedroom, or going to the window. Yeah, he looks like he's kind of disconnected a little bit. His lag is getting really bad. I'm not sure why Outlast wouldn't want a rehost or just to take a quick timeout just so they can, fix Kronk's PC, because he's obviously one of the highest fraggers of the team of Outlast, so he's pretty important when it comes to pushing or really doing much. As you can see in the silhouette on screen, he is doing moonwalks every so often. So it's going to be, yeah, he's doing it again, rappelling up on the window. So it's going to be quite the detriment to Outlast Gaming.
Yeah, the poke coming through, still trying their very best to get this one. They will block that window out. Angel doing their very best here. The first frag goes down and it doesn't get anything just yet. We do have to keep an eye on Amty's Ayana here and how they're going to breach this site. So we continue the hold here from Foresight. Starting to get a little bit scared and throwing some bullets out. Yeah, it's an interesting one.
Very interesting. And so Kronk, I think I'm very interested in what Kronk's doing, just specifically because he's lagging so much and he is one of the top fraggers on Outlast. So he's a yeah, he's just kind of disconnected. He doesn't seem very useful with the amount of ping he has, but Unstoppable is going to get a kill onto Foresight with a nice headshot. I believe that was a push through attic. So a good time to get rid of the ace and their hard breacher.
Yeah, the hard breacher does fall there, and they have to really think about what they're going to do next, as we do get a bit of a lull in the action here. Amty does go low and does get spotted out, and it will be Angel picking up that kill. They're going for the spray through, and Angel gets a second. That is 2 members falling quickly. Jatols and Kronk, the 2 remaining members here, as they're getting closer and closer to that tie-up round. And Kronk does get 1. Can go big here. They just need to be able to break through the defensive line. Not much time left. We'll be able to pick up a second. Nice peek coming through, and it will run out of time in the end. Defenders will take round 11, and we're getting closer to that tie.
He did come back, and he got 2 kills before he got timeout. So that was looking pretty good. Oh, it looks like we are going to be asking for a little bit of a rehost on the side of Outlast Gaming. So, yep, we're going to be doing a rehost on the lobby. So I guess we'll just be taking a short little break while we wait for the lobby to reconnect, remake it, and put in the old matches. So
Yeah,
what do you?
we'll be back as soon as we can get back. You know
Yep.
the usual. So we'll be back in just a few moments. Don't go anywhere. We'll be jumping back in with Outlast and Revival. See y'all soon.
Game now. Got me tired of the beat down. But I'm smiling through the pain and I'm crying for a change. Twist my head, got me spinning around. Lost control and I'm falling for you. Gave my all, but now I ignore you. All the things I had in store, yeah. Now I gotta run away. Tell me to leave, but I wanted to stay. Riding solo while I skirt through the race. Sipping straight out the bottle, ain't no need to chase. And I got all these problems that I need to face. But I'm gonna run away from giving you all my time. I've been trying to find a way to run away. I've been tired of finding ways to hide, so now I need to run away. You've been lying, you got me dying inside, so now I want to run away. The back of my mind, the only place I can run and go escape to. So what about us? We've been chillin' laid back in a whip all black, tryna smoke some. Love the way we gotta act, hate the ways you react when we get done. Baby, just relax, I'ma keep us intact, we gon' have fun. So what about trust? Went from riding in the biz, now I'm riding with my friends, now it's all gone. Got your beard to the end, no more seeing you again, you've been so wrong. I don't know where you been, baby, we could get it in, don't move on. Don't move on. Put me on blast, one side of the story. You don't wanna hear me out, cause you loving the glory. Thought I saw your true colors, but my vision was blurry. Forever lasts forever, but you left in a hurry. You wanna get drunk, make love. I just wanna take drugs, have fun. Put your body in a Maybach and Ralph Lauren. We could get wild, we don't gotta stay boring. Summer so sweet, California. Cause girl, you know me and I adore ya. We could make peace, don't make me more ya. You may be evil, but I adore ya. So what about us? We've been chillin' laid back in a whip all black, tryna smoke some. Love the way we gotta act, hate the ways you react when we get done. Baby, just relax, I'ma keep us intact, we gon' have fun. So what about trust? Went from riding in the biz, now I'm riding with my friends, now it's all gone. Got your beard to the end, no more seeing you again, you've been so wrong. I don't know where you been, baby, we could get it in, don't move on. Don't move on.
Honestly, if you want to continue to be petty like this, go for it. Keep ignoring my calls. Keep denying every single text I ever sent you. Because I'm done. This bullshit over and over and over again. I'm so sick and tired of it. And you just don't understand. But that's fine. I'm used to being second place.
I tried and tried and tried, no matter all the times you lied. I cried and cried and cried, then it took me late into the night. When I lost it again. You're calling, I'm not shit. I'm off one again. If I'm honest, you were toxic. Just to me, you're dead. 'Cause I I'm zoning, I'm spaced. I'll take these meds to the face now. Drink till I black. Hear your voice with the hey wow. I just made it, you never thought I could do it, proved you wrong. Countless fucking reasons we ain't get along. Still looking at my page, but don't hit my phone. Bitch, I did it, I'm at the top. She was at the after party, so she is an afterthought. We was traveling all around the globe, and I know you wish you still stuck around, oh no.
Oh, I saw you fucked it up. Ever since you left, all I knew was to run my money up. And now you see I'm coming up. Got it on my own. I was down bad on my ass, and I can find a happy home. Yeah, yeah. Promise I won't bother you. No sense ain't calling you. Don't know why I would fall for you. I should have offered you. Baby, I can't talk to you. I'm just not comfortable. Baby, you're not lovable. And you fucked it all up.
I'm zoning, I'm spaced. I'll take these meds to the face now. Drink till I black. Hear your voice with the hey wow. I'm zoning, I'm spaced. I'll take these meds to the face now. Drink till I black. Hear your voice with the hey wow. I just made it, you never thought I could do it, proved you wrong. Countless fucking reasons we ain't get along. Still looking at my page, but don't hit my phone. Bitch, I did it, I'm at the top. She was at the after party, so she is an afterthought. We was traveling all around the globe, and I know you wish you still stuck around, oh no.
We are back, we are live, we are ready. We're going to jump straight back into this one because we do not want to waste any time here getting back into the action. And as you can see, straight back into picks. Can't wait.
Technical issues have been a bit of a problem today, but you know what? We're back better than ever, and we'll get right back to the action. Outlast Gaming going 6 and Revival going 5. It is now match point for Outlast. How do you think Outlast could maybe get the match point this round?
Attackers need to locate
Look,
and defuse as many
with all the
bombs as
mental
needed.
breaks, with everything, they were the team that came off stronger at the start. So I think if they just played it with the way they did when they were starting on defense, that nice quick 4-0, they might have the mental edge here. They might be a team that's more used to coming in hot straight away as soon as game starts. So we'll see the setup coming through from Revival. They probably have 1,000 thoughts going through their head, because all the way through that pause we were talking about what they can do. Outlast have definitely been talking about a comp that they've probably ran on this before. They're thinking, okay, this is how we're going to run this one. Nice, quick, clean, crisp block, hold your angles, let's do this all in one. And we don't see too many swaps coming through on the choices, but Kronk does change the last second. So diffuser on Kronk, let's get this.
Good choice giving Kronk the diffuser. He is still top fragger. Of the two times we re-hosted, he had the most kills of his team. So that's always good, but with having somebody that has that much skill and is carrying that many people with that many kills, once he goes down, it doesn't look too good for Outlast. So you never want to see that. So let's hope Kronk, or let's hope the rest of the team of Outlast can keep up with Kronk a little bit more and get a little bit more even and confirm this victory in a nice, clean way.
Yeah, that's the main plan now, is just to get everything right and not make any mistakes. As we do see Kronk getting ready to use some of that utility. Angel does get pinged out there. A nice bit of chip damage coming through. They have to be careful here now. Angel going low. Jolts and Foresight have taken a little bit of damage themselves, but more than capable of pushing through now. Very scared, staying close to the floor right now as Foresight, a bit darkened there, puts up the little glass. Oh, and he will spot out that utility as well, so more than ready to get a bit of a pick here. Angel sitting as close as humanly possible to something that looks very haberdasherly thrown together, and I would not be standing near something like that, just in case something goes wrong. But you have to check this. The reload comes through. The breach is coming through. This is the push. This is the moment for Outlast.
I'm not sure if this push was very deserved, but Angel goes right down. So that is one of their self-proclaimed top
Nightmare
players. Nightmare gets Kronk, which was their top fragger. So Angel, the proclaimed top player of Revival, and Kronk, the best player of Outlast, both get down. So it's looking pretty interesting already. I don't think Outlast had a very good grip on site. They really just took Big Tower and just kind of said screw it and went into it. Just pushed really hard as they could. And so far it isn't going the best. They did put one down, but they do have everybody else mobilizing to take them out. So maybe not the best push, and as well as not a good idea to have everybody on one spot. Nightmare gets a kill on the Deity.
Oh, Foresight does manage to trade one back. Nightmare opening it up here for Revival to get into that overtime, but Foresight does take one back. Angel does fall in the end. The push comes through. Amty takes another, and that is now a 3 for 2. Not a lot of time left. They have to get this diffuser down. They have to be careful here. It does go down in time. No, it doesn't. Spudsack gets 2 in his sights and does finish that one up. A great shot there to know where they were, and does get both. So we do go to overtime.
Oh boy, another lovely closed match on Oregon. I am very excited. These guys have been doing pretty good. Outlast looked very strong at the start of this, but now they're looking a little weak. Revival's got that momentum, and they've now got 6, making it even 6-6, and they're gonna have to go to overtime. So a little worried about Revival or about Outlast. I thought they would win. I thought they were kind of the. I kind of felt like they had a good grip. They had good skill, but now Revival apparently has caught on to how they play, and they're using it to their advantage, and they're coming back, and there is a Revival amidst them.
Right, let's have a look around here. We'll check what's going on. We do see a bit of a change here. Kronk changing it up, Jolt changing it up, Deity changing it up from what we saw last time when they're on defense. So if I remember correctly, actually, Kronk did play this originally. I do think Jaeger is new though.
Yeah, I don't think there was Jaeger, but
I usually get excited for Jaeger, so I think I would remember that much.
Yeah. Jaeger's usually, it just puts his utility down where most everybody does on Big Tower on Attic, which is a good place to hold it. So that does make a lot of sense, though I also am seeing a mute without a shield. Kind of interesting. Usually the shield would go down in Attic, but I think it was Alibi who had the deployable shield and put it up in Attic. So very interesting. We also have 2 C4s on the side of Outlast. So hopefully we get to see a C4 kill. I always love seeing those. Just a brick of cheese finally exploding and taking out everybody in the radius.
Yeah, this first take will be so important for Revival. We saw a much better defensive side coming out from Outlast, so them being on defense for the first round of this overtime could spell disaster for them if they play as well as they did. But Angel right now getting a lot of information out of that camera, spotting a lot of members, spotting 2 members almost immediately. Does get taken out in the end, but the information was already gathered.
Information. It's always good. And you also see the Revival team going through Master Bedroom, and it doesn't seem to pan out very well.
Yeah, Deity manages to take 1, but Amty also falls. So 1 for 1 so far, and the push is starting to come true now. Revival might have hit their stride now with all those pauses. Maybe the mental was broken for Outlast. And, oh, that could be 1. That is Nightmare taking 1, and Unstoppable taking another. That is a 2 for 4 now. Great start there for Revival. Maybe I was wrong. Maybe they just have that miracle run bred into them.
Outlast not looking too hot. Kronk going down, being one of their top fraggers. Foresight takes an interesting angle, just deciding to watch Hatch instead of the previously shown push sites, and also goes back to the hidey hole, or the peeking hole that he made during prep phase. But he is going to guess correctly on those stairs. He just doesn't know it yet.
Yeah, so a bit slower now on the uptake. They know they have the advantage. They can be a little bit more hesitant on this push, and Nightmare trying to get some chip damage out. Foresight manages to take out Angel though. That's an important one. That's the star of the team, and Deity. Foresight takes out another. It is a spray. bit. I was a little bit scared there, but Foresight
Ooh.
makes it into a triple kill, makes it into 1v1, takes the 4K.
Wow.
Outlast by the skin of their teeth. Take that overtime round.
Very good. I think that was a clutch 1v2, 1v3, I think. So, yeah, it was a 1v3. Very impressive. That has got to be one of the most stressful situations of Siege. Just being alone and having 2 or more people on the other team hunting you down has got to be a super stressful situation, and it is a super stressful situation. And it's impressive that he was able to calm his nerves, make good plays, and pull it out and win it for his team.
Yeah, Nightmare rocking the TSM logo, so hoping that TSM fall right now. So my votes are on Outlast, but that's just my hate TSM Team Liquid fanboy in me. But regardless of that, they were looking good that round, Revival, but it just came down to the clutch expert there. And what can you say? Foresight 1 versus 3 pulls it out.
Yeah, he really worked hard for that, and he did pull it off. Speaking of Foresight, he's also going Flores, so I'm feeling that there's going to be a construction push from Foresight, and probably gonna have Amty go as well.
5 seconds remaining.
So I have a good feeling Foresight's gonna go downstairs. I don't think I've seen them push
Locate a bomb and defuse it.
construction too often. So it's gonna be definitely interesting seeing it. Yep, Foresight is gonna be going into construction. Very nice. And Amty and Joltels, yeah, gonna be going towards Big Tower. So, and Flores is very good for taking construction, just because those drones can destroy deployable shields and soft walls. So, very good pick for a very good push.
Yeah, I'm liking the style so far, but just Kronk, just watch that lion, just watch it go, as we do have all the information has to be picked up early here, and they're just not finding anything of use right now. But there it is. That's what we're waiting for. That first kind of peek around the corner. They do manage to see an elbow there, so that ping goes down saying they're down there. There's another one. More information. Jatholes is just finding everything right now and just in the right place at the right times, finding elbows, knees, ankles, shoulders, whatever is needed, and unstoppable. Looking in a place no one is right now.
Maybe he thought there was still somebody trying to make a push inside. Kronk is kind of just staying outside and looking to see if there's maybe a roamer upstairs that passes door. So the Unstoppables peak wasn't unfounded, it was just at the wrong door.
Yeah, pushing through this now. Jatholes once again finding more information, does ping it out again, knowing where they are. Here comes the drop. Here comes the worrying part. We've seen this before with the drops that it didn't work. Deity does go down. Will take out Casper there on the other side. Does actually survive that one, but it is 2 quick kills, and it is another one. Amty taking the advantage there for Outlast. This is crunch time now. Angel does manage to find 1, finds 2, does go down in the end, makes it a 1-for-1, but Deity low on health. Nightmare nowhere around right now. Diffuser in hand. Opportunity for the big win here. Going for the plant. The poke has to come through at some stage. Nightmare does get him through the
wow! What a lucky guess! Look at that spray! That looked really nice. That was fun.
Yeah, that was a spicy one, I'm not gonna lie. Yeah. I don't know what to say. Revival, they squeezed it out there, and it was looking Outlast once again, but some quick peaks, some good rounds, and yeah, they're going into double overtime. We've seen this before, and it did go to the favourites, so Outlast once again on this defensive side. Will we have to see another 1 versus 3 from Foresight?
Defenders, protect your bombs from being
Well,
defused by attackers.
you always hope to not. And also, I do want to mention Angel apparently wasn't very happy with that spray kill, and did ask for a Moss check. So I'm sure, I don't know if that's that's a joke or that's an actual like request for checking Moss, but I just don't think they're too happy about it. So maybe their morale and their confidence are a little down, or maybe they're looking for some revenge. So really, it's just how they're feeling at the time. I think they can probably do better, or probably do worse in this round, and hopefully they can do better so they can pull off the win.
Attacker's objective is to locate a bomb and defuse.
Yeah, so round has now activated. Friendly fire is now on. Foresight, that's just a little shout to you not to shoot your teammate in the back of the head again. But we don't forget here. We do not forget. But let's see how they're going to take this one down. It's a little bit faster coming out in their planning here. Unstoppable and Kingspur working their way around. It's a very spread push coming through here as well from Revival.
I also see the Blitz pick. Very interesting operative. Haven't seen him all day. Not that commonly used in competitive. Just a quick look away from a Blitz can really just nullify it, and the Blitz charge takes a good while to recharge. So, not the... kind of an interesting pick from Revival, but I'm not sure why they did it, but, you know, if it works, it works.
Yeah, for sure, and no chip damage, not too much information handed over, but Outlast, for being the seed that they are and how high they are in the rankings, this should be a little bit cleaner and easier for them, but Revival are pushing them through their paces right now, and Angel, speedy running through this one. There has to be some sound being given over there.
A bomb has been located.
They're just really fast checking those corners. Maybe they're just a little flustered from the loss and the spray kill when they were trying to plant. So maybe they're getting a little reckless going into meeting room, and they just really wanted to get that hatch open as fast as possible before they really have to make any strong pushes. They do have a minute left, so they do have a good amount of time. However, you never want to risk having too little time making a push and making a plant onto site.
Yeah. Oh, here we go. Some magical tablets happening, but Spudsack takes out Ampty. The big turnaround for them. Waiting to try and get this one done correctly, but Unstoppable will fall. Jatholes will take that one, but it is 2 for 2 traded back. Spud, Kronk, the big carry once again, going for another one. He's going for the last one, and he will get it. Outlast.
Good
Yeah,
stuff.
takes that one, and that's a great start. That's exactly what they needed going into double overtime.
Kronk came back, and he definitely held his own weight with that final win. I believe he did get 2. He killed the last 2 of that round. So good job for Kronk. He definitely carried his team on that last round. Amity with that double kill, that was pretty nice, as well as Casper also getting the double kill. So these guys were really even just seeing the kills, the kill feed, these guys were pretty even.
The first 4 rounds, let's not get it wrong, Outlast
right,
did
of course.
kind of run them, but as the rehosts started coming in, those pressure breaks and the mental breaks, Revival started to push their way back into it, and let's hope that in the second map that there is no breaks and we get to see a team in full kind of pedal to the floor, constant gaming and no breaks. If Outlast Gaming can keep that momentum up, because I really think the pauses probably did affect them a little bit in the mental, but it was very back and forth towards the end, trades left and right, so we have to keep an eye on that. And there it is.
There it is.
Yeah, we won't forget that one, Foresight. We did get that 1v3 clutch, and we'll remember that too, but shooting your teammate in the back of the head, not the hottest one. Not the hottest.
We'll just sweep that under the rug, but you'll try to, but we'll remember.
We will remember always. And as we come through to the kind of, this is the revival there. Yeah, really slow that one down. Yeah, reload after it too, but like nothing happened. We saw.
Let the pain burn as it goes into slow motion.
Yeah, love to see it. But this is the point where Revival start really coming back into it. They did have one unfortunate round. Let's not forget that Kronk did DC and had some issues, and that's why we had to get the last rehost in. But regardless of that, Outlast, when they were clutching these rounds out, it was Kronk, it was Amty, it was Jatos and One and Foresight. They were all pulling out big rounds. But we have to go back to that star player, that head-to-head stat sheet. Angel kind of looks better coming out of these games than Deity does.
Yeah, he really started to pull up. Maybe he heard us say that his other teammates are doing a little better than him, and now they're trying to prove us wrong. They were doing pretty good. They were a little salty with the spraying kill from the Nomad, so that's got to get under their skin a little bit. But and I guess it kind of negatively impacted them, considering that they did lose the map in the end. But hopefully that won't happen again.
No, hopefully not. This is the Kronk where he got the 2 all by himself at the end of a round. Very, very nice, but doesn't get enough for them in the end. And here comes Nightmare with the peaks, with the sprays. Does manage to headshot Deity there, and there was that round from Spudsack where he was just in the right place at the right time for that. Look at this, change weapon. Sees one crossing. Oh, there's another one. Oops. I'll take that one out as well because they're kind of planting right now. So yeah, Revival Games, they came back into this one. As soon as this is over, we will be jumping into a very quick break. So with this action replay, perfect. But the next map we will be going to, I will have to refresh my mind for map 2, as it's been a while since I've looked at the actual sheet, but we will be going to Chalet for map 2. So yeah, as soon as this is over, we'll jump into a very quick break. We'll get ourselves prepped for Chalet. And what will we be expecting to see on Chalet? I'll ask this very quick question for you.
I'm betting we're probably going to see a lot of Thatchers, a lot of interesting plays on the wall, especially on the balcony on top floor. We're also going to see a lot of fun garage plays and bottom floor plays, and that main wall near the snowmobiles is a very must-have for any site to hold. So I think we'll be seeing a lot of bandit tricks, Cade tricks, and a lot of Thatchers and throwable EMPs.
Thatcher, definitely down for a couple of Thatcher games, bringing back the old days, bringing back the classics. But we will be cutting to a short break. We will be back very, very soon. So please don't go anywhere.
Tell me to leave, but I'm wanting to stay. Riding solo while I skirt through the race. Sipping straight out the bottle, ain't no need to chase. And I got all these problems that I need to face. But I'm gonna run away from giving you all my time. I've been trying to find a way to run away. I've been tired of finding ways to hide, so now I need to run away. You've been lying, you got me dying inside, so now I want to run away. The back of my mind, the only place I can run and go escape to. So what about us? We've been chillin' laid back in a whip all black, trying to smoke some. Love the way we gotta act, hate the ways you react when we get done. Baby, just relax, I'ma keep us intact, we gon' have fun. So what about trust? Went from riding in the biz, now I'm riding with my friends, now it's all gone. Got your beard to the end, and we're seeing you again, you've been so wrong. I don't know where you've been, baby, we could get it in, don't move on. Don't move on. Put me on blast, one side of the story. You don't wanna hear me out, cause you loving the glory. Thought I saw your true colors, but my vision was blurry. Forever lasts forever, but you left in a hurry. You wanna get drunk, make love. I just wanna take drugs, have fun. Put your body in a Maybach and Ralph Lauren. We could get wild, we don't gotta stay boring. Summer so sweet, California. Cause girl, you know me and I adore ya. We could make peace, don't make me more ya. You may be evil, but I adore ya.
Honestly, if you want to continue to be petty like this, go for it. Keep ignoring my calls. Keep denying every single text I ever sent you. Because I'm done. This bullshit over and over and over again, I'm so sick and tired of it. And you just don't understand. But that's fine, I'm used to being second place.
I tried and tried and tried, no matter all the times you lied. I cried and cried and cried, then took me late into the night. When I lost it, I lost it, I lost it again. And you're calling, I'm not shit, I'm off one again. If I'm honest, you were toxic, just to me you're dead. 'Cause I lost it, lost it all again. Can't go on without you. Too many memories put behind. I can't go on without you. I think I've been pushed to the side. Where'd you go? Where am I? Where are we? I'm all alone. You refuse to help me. We've been touched so long. It's 3:30. If I had one wish, it would be us permanently.
Voicemail again. Classy, I like it.
I'm zoning, I'm spaced. I'll take these meds to the face now. Drink till I black. Hear your voice with the hey, wow. I just made it, you never thought I could do it, proved you wrong. Countless fucking reasons we ain't get along. Still looking at my page, but don't hit my phone. Bitch, I did it, I'm at the top. She was at the after party, so she is an afterthought. We was traveling all around the globe, and I know you wish you still stuck around, oh no.
Oh, I saw you fucked it up. Ever since you left, all I knew was to run my money up. And now you see I'm coming up, got it on my own. I was down back on my ass, and I can find a happy home. Yeah, promise I won't bother you. No sense ain't calling you, don't know why I would fall for you. I should've offered you, baby, I can't talk to you. I'm just not comfortable, baby, you're not lovable. And you fucked it all up.
I'm zoning, I'm spaced. I'll take these meds to the face now. Drink till I black. Hear your voice with the hey, wow. I'm zoning, I'm spaced. I'll take these meds to the face now. Drink till I black. Hear your voice with the hey, wow. I just made it, you never thought I could do it, proved you wrong. Countless fucking reasons we ain't get along. Still looking at my page, but don't hit my phone. Bitch, I did it, I'm at the top. She was at the after party, so she is an afterthought. We was traveling all around the globe, and I know you wish you still stuck around, oh no.
Honestly, if you want to continue to be petty like this, go for it. Keep ignoring my calls. Keep denying every single text I ever sent you. Because I'm done. This bullshit over and over and over again, I'm so sick and tired of it. And you just don't understand. But that's fine, I'm used to being second place.
I tried and tried and tried, no matter all the times you lied. I cried and cried and cried, then took me late into the night. When I lost it, I lost it, I lost it again. And you're calling, I'm not shit, I'm off one again. If I'm honest, you were toxic, just to me you're dead. 'Cause I lost it, lost reach to the side. Where'd you go? Where am I? Where are we? I'm all alone. You refuse to help me. We've been touched so long. It's 3:30. If I had one wish, it would be yours permanently. I come high into the night when I lost it.
We are back. Yay.
Hello.
The Penguins happy. We're back. We're getting into game 2 now. Really, really soon. We have Outlast and Revival. Two really great teams. We have the map bands coming through on your screen now. Hey, we got it in time too. That's
Very
our
nice.
wonderful producer and observer team behind us. Don't forget how great they are. And we're going to Chalet. A great map. We talked a little bit about it. But I think we need to talk about it a little bit more because you did break down the styles that might come out here. So are we going to see a Thatcher ban?
There's a decent chance for a Thatcher ban, though Thatcher is useful still, even though there's pocket EMPs that a lot of operators have. It's still useful because the duration that he can take out gadgets for is longer, as well as the radius of his grenades are a bit bigger. So we could see a Thatcher ban. However, we're also going to see a Flores ban, which does make a lot of sense. There are a lot of destructible walls on bottom floor site as well as garage, so those are pretty easy to get rid of. But we don't see a Thatcher ban this time. We will see. We will be seeing a Nook ban instead.
Is it Nook or is it Knock?
I call it Nook.
Because I think Knock like nocturnal, like darkness.
I just say Nook like Nook and Cranny because I don't know. It just seems that feels like a good pronunciation.
Yeah, we don't really use those lines in the Irish language. We use fadas, which confuses a lot of people.
Yep, I'm
Yeah.
already confused.
Yeah, exactly. So everything we have, we don't even have the letter K in the Irish language. Doesn't exist.
Really?
No,
Huh.
no K's, no X's. Just we don't need them. You can make a K sound with a CH.
Huh.
Yep,
Neat.
it's simple.
I did not know that. Well, I'm learning things every day. Ooh,
Yeah, to say
and we-
sláinte and Irish people will think you're cool. It just means goodbye.
Oh, we also get to see an Ella pick. I'm a little excited. We haven't seen Ella at all, and Ella is a very good operator, especially for keeping people
Attackers
back
need to locate
and
defuse
watching those flanks. And you also see the kitchen site pick first. Super strange. That site is universally hated, so maybe they're just trying to get it out of the way first. So
This was whose pick again? Sorry, was it for this one?
this is Revival's pick. Yeah, this is Revival's pick.
Okay, so maybe they have a plan here.
Or no, Outlast picked the site. Excuse me. Revival picked the map.
left.
Yeah, that's something. And like maybe Revival have plans going into this, and Outlast are like in their heads going, well, they picked this map. I wonder how much they've played Kitchen and going, we'll play Kitchen. We'll break them immediately. You know, that kind of style. Oh, we're gonna go by helicopter. Let's go.
Yeah. Airdrop in to the house that's only a few feet away.
Just get 3 kills and you get a UAV. Don't worry about it. But yeah, so we're gonna see how a spread starts. Spud and Nightmare going for a spread, while the rest of them with the diffuser are going to move forward here. It will be Angel picking up that diffuser, the leader of this team. So it's all about this first contact. It's all about that first bit of information going over. Angel breaking in, getting through, cameras on. Nothing found just yet. If they continued there, they would have found it though.
There is also an Oryx in play as well, so you better watch that. Oryxes have fantastic control of all 3 floors. Casper gets a kill on a foresight.
Great little opener there for Revival. Always getting that first contact is always good. Angel needs to get around this corner to spot the man. And there it is. Information given, camera taken out, but the information has been gathered. So we'll be pushing on for this one. No real peeks coming through. Nightmare in a cheeky little position here. Getting a nice wide peek onto that one, but nothing to be found just yet. Angel. Oh, here comes the breach. She has to be careful here. We'll step away for now. There it is. And No one's going to go for the peak yet. No sprays coming through. Has to be careful. And so far, Outlast, they're weathering the storm and staying close, staying tight, and keeping their positions.
They're making some pretty good plays here. Not really getting too overexcited, not really overextending. Deity does get quite a bit of damage, so they probably they might have overextended just a tiny bit and paid the price of it looks like about 70 health. So that is what happens. But otherwise, they're making pretty good plays. You did see Angel place a thermite charge on the reinforced walls upstairs. I think that was just to make noise and to make people think, hey, yeah, we're going to be pushing upstairs. But in fact, everybody's starting to move downstairs where they have less manpower and less resources at their disposal.
Yeah, that is the advantage for Revival, as you said. The man advantage. They need to push on with this now. They're getting closer and closer to getting that diffusal down. They're going to go for it immediately. Angel getting that down, putting the timer, reversing the timer around now, putting on Outlast. But Jatols has something to say about that one. Will take two, will trade his own life for it, but taking those two members is massive. Kronk coming through big. Spudsack will also take down Deity on the other side of things, but a 2 for 2 diffuser's planted. Timer is ticking. They know there's someone there. Ampty has the inkling about where they are, so will spray down. Won't land that one. Get some damage on the Spudsack. They're up above. Spudsack takes down for a triple massive for Revival. Kronk has something to say about it though. Is looking for it. Diffuser is planted. Going to go for it. Will get stopped. The shots are coming through. Has to be scared here. No peek gonna come true.
He doesn't have enough time.
Oh,
he doesn't have enough time to defuse.
Oh, it
Yep.
does nearly get it though if he had just gotten around in time, but the tap does not work, and first round Revival.
I'm not sure what his plan was. He really didn't have any time to screw around and kill somebody else. The only option he had was to defuse, or else the round would have ended. So don't know why he did that. Maybe he just wanted to save his KD or something, but it didn't work out in the end, and he got taken down and lost the round. But oh wow, that's a terrifying Cade calling card. I have never seen that before. That'll be in
Very
my
nice, very
nightmares.
nice.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Looking at the operator list here, not seeing anything interesting. We do see a Cade, which is not commonly played. They're going back to kitchen, so I guess given the option, they're gonna go to kitchen and they're gonna get it out of the way. Still surprising to me. I hate that site. It's so open. It's just too many soft walls that could have to be reinforced. There's too many ways that somebody, if top floor is completely soft above kitchen, so that's a super bad way. Most of the walls on A side are completely soft, so it's really bad for defenders to try to hold it.
Yeah, so coming back from helicopter again, same plan as before, same site as before. Game plan has to be the same as well, right?
I would imagine so. I feel like Sophia, and it looks like Sophia and Lion are actually going to be playing basement first, and then they're going to be making their way up. So maybe Outlast is going to have a small team push, clear upstairs, and then they're going to have a small team clear and take downstairs, and maybe just kind of trap them in sight and slowly start to take them out one by one.
Yeah, so they're going to be, again, we speak about it time and time again, this methodical, slow, hesitant push. But as I say, that he does take out Nightmare early there, Unstoppable, making their way up, trying to find what they can. They do take out another member. Angel does fall. Deity starting to show up a little bit now, starting to get warm. The heat is entering the fingers, and they're starting to move their way around and get everything they need. And it's on a great pick too.
It was, and a very nice triple kill from Deity. Getting a headshot onto Unstoppable. Quad kill from Deity. Doing amazing. Getting a kill on Spudsack. Could he go? He's probably begging his teammates in the chat, please let me get the ace. Please let me try.
It's all about that highlight clip now. Deity's probably sprinting around looking for this one.
Oh, has
You do see the swing. Jet holes.
They did.
Oh,
And
close.
the quad kill gets shut down immediately. Sad to see. Did get a 4K though, so that is still pretty impressive.
Pretty hot to bring them back into that one. Outlast, they've got the round back. They've tied it back up. Going into round 3, Didi's going to be feeling good after those.
Oh yeah, taking out 4. That is most of the team beside 1. So confidence. That's a good confidence booster for Didi.
Yeah, so the picks coming through now. Didi have to be watching this. Swapping over to Malusi. Frost has a terrifying skin as well. God damn.
Yeah,
that was a
those-
little bit unnecessary.
Many bombs
Yeah, those Halloween skins are surprisingly terrifying. I think,
attackers have located.
yeah, that one's Frost is especially terrifying. Caveira is pretty scary. Jackal is an angler, like a monster anglerfish. So that's kind of disturbing as well. They're all pretty scary, so good on the Unity team for making them that disturbing.
Yeah, oh, that's so many bullets being fired. I just love the start of rounds. It's the one game where like everyone's shooting every wall. Like no matter what esport it is, whether it's like Rocket League or it's League or it's Valorant, no one has a startup quite like Siege. And it's just so entertaining to watch how people have to set up the map how they want it to go early. It's mind-blowing to me coming from a different kind of background coming to Siege.
What's a little mind-blowing to me right now is Outlast still staying on first floor. I thought they were just trying to get the kitchen side out of the way because it's really annoying, but no, they're still on first floor and they're still going to be playing it as hard as they can, which is a complete mystery to me. Second floor and basement are really nice spots to hold your bomb. I basically have one wall that's really important, and if you lose that, you're at a disadvantage, but you can still win. So it's very strange that they're still going first floor and not opting to choose these much more closed off and much easier to hold sites.
Yeah, so I pick a piece. Foresight taking out Spudsack, and Jathol's picking up 2 there. That is absolutely incredible start.
Especially with those smoke kills. That's a very hard thing to do, so pretty impressive on the side of Jodels.
I'm telling you, Revival aren't firefighters. They see smoke, they gotta run. They can't be sticking around in that.
No, I mean, I think last map they ran through the smoke and it didn't end out too well.
That was
for them.
Outlast.
Yeah. Or no, that was
So it's the other way around this time.
Oh.
It was revenge smoke.
I guess they just got a little too confident going through that smoke. Not sure what their deal is with the smokes. Both of these teams thinking they're invincible going through it. Nightmare gets taken down from Library.
Ooh,
Oh.
Stoppable does take that one. There is a downed member on the other side as well, so they are in this 1 versus 3, and Foresight says it's not a 1 versus 3. I've got a shoddy, and finishes that one up nice and quick.
Good stuff from the side of Outlast. It seems they've gotten themselves a nice rhythm going here on defense. Revival did get 1, but it looks like Outlast is starting to figure out, and they're also oddly good at holding first floor. It's not a popular site. It's not used very well. So I'm kind of surprised they're holding it this well. I'm pretty sure they're probably going to go first floor again if they can. If they're not, they're going to probably go second floor. So
Need to locate and defuse
it's
as many
kind of
bombs as
peculiar seeing them hold it this well. Maybe they practice this specifically because nobody really uses it.
That's what I'm thinking in the back of my head, that it's a 200 IQ. That Revival probably haven't practiced that site because no team defending ever does. So the 1 less practice for them might be the advantage Outlast needs.
That is true. Oh, we also see a new operator that hasn't been used today, Doc. I don't know if you know this. Doc recently got an update where his stim guns used to do, I believe, maybe 50 health per shot. Now they are 120 per shot.
Nice.
You can go up to full with 1 bullet, so it's no longer just, can I have 2 stims? if you have a rook and a dock, you are almost unkillable, or at least the dock is, considering he has rook armor and then he can self-res twice with those.
Unless you get one shot.
That is true. That is true.
And Nightmare said absolutely no to everything coming out of that dock and just says if I just put bullets in their brain, it won't make a difference. So it is not the Kingsmen. They don't have that device, that the gel that you put over someone's head. It's a really weird reach for a movie, but it's a great movie.
It is a good movie.
As we do see, it starts to open up a little more. Amty holding such a nice little angle here. Look at that flip back and forth, knowing that someone could appear there any second, checking both sides. Going for a bit of a spray through as well, giving himself more information there. Much better angle, and they are a man down. They have to be careful here. As we do see Spud giving me the dizzies once again. Going for a slide through that one, spraying through. And we have to try to paint the picture here of what they're trying to do, because I'm not quite sure what their plan is right now.
It doesn't... I'm not too sure either. We have two on top floor. It looks like they're trying to get main wall on A site. They're trying to breach that. Nightmare getting a kill on the Empty. That's pretty nice. But they have a decent presence on second floor. They have the diffuser specifically on first floor. So it looks like their plan is to have 3 people push into site, slowly pick them off, and have Angel with the diffuser go up behind red stairs and take site while everybody else is paying attention to the push onto A site.
Yeah, so Deity does manage to take one there. There's a 1 versus 4 now, all on the last player, and a lot to do here. The pistol coming out. They don't have the information to work with right now. They might get picked off here with 2 members staring them down. They have the diffuser. They're ready to go. The frag comes through. Does pick up Angel. That's the diffuser. Also down as well. Triple kill, quad kill.
No.
Goes. No way did they get the ace here.
No. Nightmare's at 2 health and a dream. There is no way. Finish it off with a Pokeball, please.
Deity, you know where they are. You know it in their brain.
Just hold it. Just hold it. Just stay there. Hold the angles. Oh, it's so close.
No.
No.
It was looking good. It was looking hot. Deity showing why they're the star player there, but it doesn't come to fruition, and they do lose the round. But life again, Outlast. They have these clutch merchant players.
Such an upset. 2 health and a dream, and he made it come true. Deity also going for the kill on the diffuser with a Pokeball as well, making sure they know who's boss with that throw. So really good job from Deity. He didn't win the round, but that was still an amazing play coming from him.
Yeah, just has to put on those carry boots once again, I think, but needs to make sure they actually get that last man. But that's got to bring some energy to Outlast now. They're all hype in that call right now.
Oh, definitely. They're screaming. That was amazing. Looking at the scoreboard as well, we see that Outlast is doing pretty good. Deity going 8-3 with those 2 quad. I believe Deity got the quad killer. Was it Jolts?
5 seconds remaining.
Or Jottles?
Ah,
I believe it was Jottles who got the... I think it was...
the last quad.
Yeah, it was Deity who got the 2 quads. So, Deity going 8-3, doing really well. Jottles going 4-3. Kronk going 3-2. So, a lot of Outlast is going positive. Angel going 0-4. Nightmare going 3-3. Stoppable 3-3. Spud going 4-4. Casper
It's all on
3-4.
Amty now. It's all on Amty. Amty, you got to pull it together, man. You got to get a triple this time. This is all on you. We're watching you. We're watching you with our mind's eye as well. So we're watching Amty to really pull this one through. But Spudsack on the other side has been a clutch merchant in the past, so also a good eye on them is needed. But right now, Amty looking at this one, the breach is slow. They're really thinking about this one. They don't want to see any more big clutch merchants coming through. They hear that burst coming through, and yeah, just have to keep an eye on these things because it could come big.
That amazing play from last round definitely spooked both teams. Outlast maybe a little confident here, having Foresight and Kronk looking both at those windows from different angles. And they do get unstoppable off the window, so maybe I was wrong on that, and it was a good idea to have those two watching that window angle.
Oh,
and,
you're spraying.
oh,
No.
the grenade that was thrown through the window broke the floor. He saw the enemy through the floor and tried to shoot it, but missed. That.
Yeah, just holding down the trigger and panicking there, but the ID does pick up another one on the other side of things, so not too bad. Jattles is, once again, he's going for it and he's getting those kills. Spudsack, now the last remaining member after Kronk goes for 2, and there's no way we have another clutch merchant in our midst.
Oh, I don't know about that. Spud hasn't been... They have had clutch moments, though. I don't know if they're going to be able to pull off a 4K clutch in the last 50 seconds of the round. So, excuse my skepticism. Oh. Okay, never mind. They took out Kronk.
Uh-oh. Starting to invert. Going Spider-Man. Does make his way back up. Starting to do a little swing. We'll go for that one. We'll get sprayed down just a little bit. Goes lower again, but they can't quite finish him off. The man that lives again and again. Spudsack. You can hear the bullets pinging past him as he goes as well. They have information. They know where they are. We will wait for this one. I will go to Ampty. Ampty, I told you I was watching. Told you.
He heard you, and he was making you proud.
Yeah, round 6. Outlast starting to pick up a bit of an advantage. 3 for 2 right now, and we do have to keep an eye on these things because Outlast, it's going toe for toe, toe for toe, toe for toe. They need to pick up the advantage.
They were looking pretty good, and yeah, now it's starting to become even. So hopefully they'll start to catch on to how Revival kind of plays, and hopefully pick up these defense rounds, because you want to pick up these defense rounds pretty early so you have that comfortable lead when you go into attack, since attack is a little harder to win. And so far Revival's been doing really well getting those 2 wins, so it also looks pretty good for them when they hit defense.
Yeah. Look at this Kronk. The setups. Outlast. I can't stop looking at Kronk whenever he puts up one of the barricades. It's like Kronk pulls a lever. Every single time. It's just, even I can see the scene in my head. Wrong lever, Kronk. But you can see the scene in your head too now, right?
I can, yeah. I also love how
yeah.
you're just like, look at this Kronk. It sounds kind of like an insult, but almost like a compliment.
It's like if T-Pain never really made it with his Kronk music.
Yeah.
Like a low form T-Pain, just lower back pain.
Lower back pain. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, just absolutely disgraceful. But here comes the poke, here comes the prod, here come the cameras.
Ooh, that's a nice drone spot, especially in lobby. That's a pretty contested space, especially on first floor pushes. So that's pretty nice. Ooh, Unstoppable getting a kill onto Foresight. Good early kill on Outlast Gaming.
Yeah, didn't have the foresight to see that bullet coming straight for his face, but regardless of that, Unstoppable does go low from that exchange. We'll have to be careful. No Doc Martens out here. Boots only to the floor. No stims available, so we'll probably have to trade his life for information at some stage, but man advantage, that's what matters.
Excuse me. Yes.
It's been a long day, don't worry about it.
Yeah, it has been a little bit of a long day, but Deity gets a kill on Unstoppable, making them even 4v4. Now it's a 4v3 with Spud getting killed by Deity. Once again, Deity is starting to prove himself as the top player of Outlast Gaming today. Yeah,
we have to break this one down really quick. Losing 2 players, that is massive. And they have to be worried, but they do take out Deity in the end, so Star down. It's a great one to reset that one. The heartbeat sensor coming out. Love to see it. See Angel going for the peak, but does get immediately dropped, and the diffuser goes down as well. They will finish that. They have the information about where the diffuser is. The heartbeat coming through, the shots coming through. They have to be careful here. Cusper finally making their way in. They will get poked out immediately and will be taken down. Kronk takes that, but Nightmare takes it back. Has the health to play with, but is the man down there looking through all the cameras, trying to get any angle they can right now. And Outlast playing it safe and playing it cool.
Nightmare. Oh, getting some damage while on drone. They do. I think they just took a guess at where he was, and they got it right. Taking a little bit of damage. I think there's also a C4 in the bushes near kitchen, if I'm not mistaken, or at least that's what I saw. But it looks like Nightmare is going to be going through basement and going to be coming through blue stairs, which is actually what one of the operators. It looks like Jodels is going to be waiting for. He's going to be waiting for him right on the stairs, but he looks away at the wrong time. That is unfortunate.
Jatholes falls, but it doesn't matter. It will be a trade, actually. Outlast take that one. They actually both killed each other at the last possible second, but it goes to Outlast in the end. So, round 7, we get the swap. This is where everything changes. Doesn't matter what momentum you had. It is the very same as last time, 4-2 for Outlast. I think I speak for everyone, production and talent-wise. Overtime would probably end us.
Oh, yeah, it's... yeah.
Yeah, and production has also
Yeah,
confirmed that it would end us. So we hope that it does go to a clean one, but we hope it also could be Revival, just straight winning it straight to the end. But all that matters is we see good Siege. That is all that matters.
Yep, we're here to see some entertaining Siege, some amazing plays, and some good gunfights, and we're here to tell it all to you and give you some good entertainment for the night. And hopefully we've been doing that. Thank you guys for watching so far.
Regardless of all the tech pauses, we've had fun, and we hope everyone in the chat has had fun too. And most importantly, I hope all the players had fun.
There's no point in playing a video game if you're not having fun while playing it.
10 seconds left.
Apart from Deity, Deity's having a great time.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Like, undoubtedly, that 4K, yeah, feeling good after that one. We'll be changing agents here. That's a spicy one.
Going into IQ. Good pick.
Oh no.
Again, underrated. And oh no, we might have another tech issue. we totally
My head is
jinxed
on the
it.
desk. Do not blame me, production. I'm a good boy.
Yeah, okay. We got a connection failure. Well, we're gonna take a little bit of a tech break. Another one. I think that's the 3rd time today.
I'm taking the stress penguin.
That's a
I'm
good
taking
idea.
the stress penguin.
This,
We'll get through this.
The stress penguin needs to come out. This is... oh boy. But... oh.
Okay, the observer's back, so we'll be jumping in ASAP.
Yeah.
And we'll be seeing the rest of that round play out, hopefully, because there has been slow takes. So we might actually get back in to see the end of that round. We won't have to do any re-hosting. That is the hopes right now. So
Hopefully.
patience is key. Patience is key.
Might I ask, what
We're going to go to a quick break, actually.
Oh,
So you can ask me in the post game. We will be back in a few moments.
Drink till I black, hear your voice with the hey, wow. I just made it, you never thought I could do it, proved you wrong. Countless fucking reasons we ain't get along. Still looking at my page, but don't hit my phone. Bitch, I did it, I'm at the top. She was at the after party, so she is an afterthought. We was traveling all around the globe, and I know you wish you still stuck around, oh no.
Attacker's objective is to defuse the bomb.
We weren't gone for long. We're getting straight back into this one, and we are in a game right now. We do see a 3 for 3, so Foresight and Kronk have fallen, but Spud Stack does take out Deity there, so a double kill for Spud. Coming up big for Revival games right now as we do go 2 for 2, and he takes one through the wall. Barely sees,
Oh my
takes
gosh.
another. That is massive, and Spud Stack cleans up both.
Man, AMC almost popped off and almost redeemed himself in the eyes of... well, he kind of did. He got a 2K before going down. So you know what? In my eyes, you're redeemed on your team. You can sit up there with them.
Okay, so setup wise, Cade is an interesting one here.
A little bit. because usually bandits used for bandit tricking. Cade tricking is a thing, but it's really hard. And if you want to do a good Cade trick,
Attackers
you
need
want
to
to take a
locate and
Solus
defuse as
as
many
well.
bombs as they can.
So yeah, a weird
Attackers
pick.
have discovered the location of the bomb.
Maybe it's just to get hatches and walls at the same time. Probably. I'm not too sure.
Yeah, so looking through here, Spudsack getting set up. We will see changes immediately, actually, for Outlast on this attacking side. Talk us through the ideas here and what they're swapping towards.
We see Kronk going towards Thatcher, which is a pretty good pick. I guess when they were using their drones, they did see the Cade, so they did counter pick it with a Thatcher. And we also see an Osen and IQ, which is very good for finding those said Cade claws. That's actually a very good idea. Taking the IQ and the Thatcher at the same time so they can find where the Cade claws is, and so the Thatcher can more accurately hit those Cade claws when they throw the EMPs.
Good breakdown. Like to hear it. But we are going to get into this round, and it's 4-3 for Outlast. And with that breakdown, we have a good idea of how this might go. But Deity, the one to watch here, 12-5. Very, very strong starting here. And the repels are coming through. The verticality, as we have a quick look, Empty on the other side is upside down, Spider-Manning, as it were. And there's a lot of shots coming through. No chip apart from onto Empty, so Spray's not really doing too much. They actually walked into the crosshair there. Foresight had fired another couple of shots. We might have seen something land there, but Outlast, they dropped the diffuser. Gonna leave that one behind while they try to breach, and someone else will take up the slack on that one. Interesting start.
Definitely don't want to have your diffuser in an awkward position. We also see the Azami destroy Wamai's gadget by accident. I actually didn't know that was a possibility. I thought it was just kind of go over a no clip into it. So, game mechanic that I prefer both.
Need a new position.
Yeah, for sure. That's certainly an interesting one. A camera picks up one or two. But like seeing what Angel's up to right now, like, what are you doing, mate? What are you doing over there? But as we do see, the angle's being held now. No information there. The spray comes through, but Nightmare actually takes the shot to the face. Well, to the chest, I should say. A little bit of chip damage there, and Outlast Gaming has picked up the diffuser. This is their moment to push, and Kronk, the man with the plan, getting some utility thrown back at him after that one. Will get sprayed through. Foresight will take one. Will be spraying through. Will fall to Casper though. 1 for 1 so far. Spray's not working in their favor just yet. Casper getting fired back on now. The information given to know where they are. But they're getting closer and closer to this defusal site, and Revival, they got to be moving faster on this one and really be worried about the angles here, because Outlast haven't beating him on these, but Spudsack has something to say.
There are a lot of long angles happening here. The distance these guys have to be shooting and also still be surgical is pretty impressive. Casper getting a kill onto Deity, which was a very important part. Casper also getting a kill onto Empty is just proving how Revival is starting to come back and getting used to these crazy setups. And also they did the crazy setup themselves going into kitchen. So
Jatholes will pick up one, but will die for this last member standing. Wasn't ready for the verticality of that one. That floor opening up, and it's gone to 4 for 4 now for Outlast. Revival starting to make their way back in.
there is a revival happening in their team. I guess their morale kind of shot back up after those few rounds. Ooh, we also see a Capital pick on Foresight. So that'll be interesting to see. Haven't seen too much, or well, you have seen a bit of Capital play. Hasn't been used to the full effectiveness that he has. Maybe they just want his gun kit. That is fully possible. But I think Capital would be a nice pick with his his fire crossbows and his smoke crossbows. Create a lot of distraction, a lot of pain for the enemy trying to come back into sight.
Yeah, and this is Outlast needs to be picking up their lead here. Whoever takes this one has match point, and momentum matters. So Revival, after winning that last one, and it was a pretty clean one overall, they have to feel good about that. So All eyes on them, and I feel like it's been a very, very close game overall both times around. But yeah, sorry, it won't be match point next. It's one after. But we're getting closer to match point. Momentum still matters.
Yep, we'll be close to match point. Outlast so far hasn't been doing the best on attack, so hopefully they can either stop the momentum or they can or they'll have to succumb to the momentum that Revival has with defense. And they will also be taking first floor once again. It seems strange. They're all taking mid floor or mid building sites. So very strange. Not seeing any basement plays, not seeing any top floor plays, just all mid floor plays, which is kind of strange.
Yeah, it's definitely an interesting take, but that's kind of what happens in these cases. So we have to keep an eye on things, and I can also see the tweets coming through here now. They're starting to come through for these games, and all Kronk at the moment.
All Kronk.
All Kronk. I want a Kronk pull the lever tweet, guys. Come on now. But yeah, Jat Holes is going for the camera, getting some information. That little Great British flag on that grenade drives me absolutely bonkers, but that is a different story for a different time, Mr. Irishman. Oh, that frag is not hit, Auntie.
That was
Ooh.
unfortunate timing.
Yeah. Oh, Kronk does open it up onto Spudsack and doesn't get traded back, most importantly, as we do see some flames appearing in the crosshairs. Nightmare does take out Kronk in the end, so it's just a 1-for-1 Outlast on the attack. Not landing it right now. Casper takes another. Nightmare takes Deity out as well. 2k now for them, and Jatholes and Anti have a mountain to climb.
A bit stressful having a 2v4. It's still not impossible. We have seen many clutch situations today, so it's definitely possible. But Unstoppable is going to make it impossible with Ampty being last one alive with not a lot of health left and then being finished off.
Yeah, will get taken out there in the end. Unstoppable, kind of being unstoppable now for Revival, getting closer and closer to that end game, and we could even end up going to a game 3.
Oh, goody goody gumdrops. We do get to see Clubhouse if we do that, so that'll be interesting if we do go to a map 3.
Do we get overtime?
Excuse me?
Do we get overtime?
I don't know if we get... I think we do get overtime now.
No, we'll say that we do, so then they have to contractually. But no, we will be here regardless to watch game 3 because we just do love Siege regardless of the time. So if it does go to game 3, it'll also be a lot more spicier because Outlast, they haven't dropped the map yet.
No, they haven't really.
Yeah, and they only lost that one series to put them into the lower bracket, but other than that, they've been pretty clean overall. So they've only really lost the best team in it. So I have to keep an eye on things as it goes forward, changing up those attackers again. But Ayana, always in.
Ayana is always a solid pick. Again, her gadget, absolutely amazing. I don't know how often I can say it. I actually do use Ayana quite a bit. Unstoppable using a really small peak. If you saw that on stairs, that was so small. I don't even think you could fit a hand in the hole between the stairs and her kunai. So that's going to be a very nice spot to catch somebody off guard with.
Yeah, as we do see the setups coming through. Unstoppable actually dropping down there. Lower floors, trying to get that early stop on the push, and Deity moving around. There's someone just above him, so some footsteps might have been heard there. More angles there being created by Unstoppable with those kunai, so I think it really all does come down to Deity here and how they play this one.
Last time it was Kronk that was the de facto MVP of Oregon. However, Deity seemed to claim that crown and wear it proudly with a 12-7-4.
Mm.
And Nightmare's going to get a nice headshot kill on the foresight. Nightmare's going to get another one of the Deity taking out and taking the crown for themselves.
Yeah, now 10 and 6 as well on Nightmare, so Keep an eye on that scoreline as it continues to rise. Kronk breaking out of the house to head back in a different direction. They've had to rethink their game plan here, and no information yet. The shots are coming through. Unstoppable knows something's off to the left, but that's not his angle right now. It now is swapping back over that one, and they have to find these entries as they go in.
And definitely, Kronk's gonna be trying to go into piano. Excuse me, trying to go into piano window, but he's gonna get blocked out, and he's gonna have to disengage before he gets taken down. So, smart move going back. Nightmare going for a triple kill, getting ampty. Kronk and Joltals being the last one alive on Outlast Gaming. So they've got to be quaking in their boots right now.
Jatholes is the healthier of the two. Kronk pretty low on the other side of things. Outlast picks up the diffuser, but they will lose. Quad kill now for Nightmare. Yeah, Jatholes falls there. Kronk, the last man standing here, will get taken out by Nightmare for a revival, for a flawless, for a chance of getting to game 3.
Oh, that was... I would think in the comms between the teams, Nightmare would be looking for that ace. They'd be begging for that ace at the time, but nope, got stolen away, sadly. And we're also going to go back to kitchen dining room. Still going with the weird placements of bomb. I don't understand. Is this just a major level thing that they all do, or is this just these two teams being unique in the fact that they like these first floor sites? I really don't know, and I can't see the appeal of going to either of these sites.
Yeah, so it is a dangerous game they're playing here, but the selections coming through. We see our first termite.
Excuse me, sorry.
All
Thermite.
good, all good.
Thermite is a pretty nice pick. I believe he has pocket EMPs, if I'm not mistaken. So he does the job of a miniature job of Thatcher, as well as having one of the best hard breaches in the game, being able to open up an entire wall instead of just opening up a hole like a normal secondary side breach or like Ace's breaches. He can open up an entire wall, giving a lot more angle and a lot more visibility to see the enemy and to really make pushes and plays.
Yeah, I'm wondering now, just in the back of my head, is Outlast mental broken now? Are they not able to pull together as a team and get those comms down, get the information down? Are they just playing muscle memory alone to try get through this and maybe bring it to that tiebreaker? That's Revival Games' plan right now, but their setup has been immaculate.
I'm not too sure. Outlast has kind of lost all momentum, and so far they're not really making too much leeway in terms of getting into the building. So maybe they're just kind of taking it slow. They know that if they lose, they go to third map, which I think they picked last time, if I'm not mistaken. Or they picked yeah, they might have picked the decider. So maybe they get more comfortable in the decider, or maybe they just know they win it all. If they lose, it's okay, there's a third map. Maybe that's probably what's going through their head right now.
Yeah, there's still one more opportunity at the end of the day, so all eyes on that. But right now, really lol, so much going on at this one wall.
And that wall is extremely important to both sides. If attackers control that wall, it's a big window into sight where you can see almost everywhere. Nightmare. Yep,
That was just a hollow. That was just a hollow.
Yeah, I know. He saw it and he just didn't take a shot, and I was like, why are you not shooting? I guess he just knew it was a Gemini, so.
Keep an eye on things. Spudstack taking a little bit of damage there. You see the openings come through, the bullets start to fly, the frags are in hand and they're ready to get something going, but the angle's being held right now. There's not really too much movement coming out from the side of Revival, but that will change things up as Empty does manage to open that one up. And it will go for another one. Foresight manages to take one out with the crossbow as well.
Outlast really wanting it to go to overtime, trying to get that win to make it go over to overtime. Empty getting a double kill on the Nightmare, and Spudstacks being the last one alive on Revival. He's gonna have to dip out of the engagement, but he doesn't seem to get away in time.
Flawless to flawless, back to back.
These guys really want to win.
You can do it to us, we can do it straight back. Outlast with a statement there. Still match point for Revival, but they're not in the death throes just yet. Outlast showing us exactly what they're made of.
Yeah, they lost a little bit of momentum. Rival games, Revival. It's my coffee's wearing off, but Revival making a bit of a comeback. But now Outlast stopped that momentum completely, and maybe they're gonna start their own. And we're probably gonna go into overtime with the score, or Revival could just win one and take us into the third map.
Yeah, that should be their plan now. Get us to overtime. Break the mentals again. We saw Outlast do it already, that they did take overtime from Revival. So if it goes to overtime, I'd be putting my gamba on Outlast. On the other side though, Revival, they are under Revival. They are on their rise, and Nightmare is not letting this one go easy.
No, he's going 13, 7 and 2. Almost a 2 KD, and that is very impressive, especially with 14 kills. We also see Casper going 9 and 9 and 6 assists. You don't want to sneeze at assists. They're nothing to scoff at. Every damage, every piece of damage is very important, and assists mean that you did over 50% of their health before somebody else took them down. So that really means you've done quite a bit of damage for your teammate to finish them off. So it's a very nice thing to see. And ooh, Angel takes out Empty while they were looking through window.
Yeah, that's the opening frag, the opening pick. So important in these clutch moments. Match point, and they're going to go looking for more. Kronk, on the other hand, still hasn't entered and is taking their time finding the right angle to go through, but Nightmare sees him.
See, Nightmare got the sound cue, but he didn't get it right. Didn't get the right side, and Kronk takes him out. Kronk has a ridiculous amount of reaction time. He's really fast on the draw. He barely saw the bullets go out the window. He figured out what side he was going on, and he immediately fired and took the head. So, very good job on Kronk.
As the shots are flying left and right, and Cusper going low there, so the health advantage is in favor of Outlast, but they still have to break through Unstoppable, who has been holding these angles quite well. We've seen this angle time and time again from them, so they're getting ready to go for this one. Kunai comes through, blocking off some of that wall. They have to make the run, they have to make the dash, they have to give up that space, and Foresight frags out. Not going to find anything just yet, but information will be going over with that explosion. Unstoppable getting behind another one of those shields, and has to be careful here. Okay.
Dokkaebi hasn't used their logic bomb. Actually, they did just pull it off, so that's probably gonna give a lot of sound cues to Outlast to where Revival could be hiding and where they're setting up. Mostly Angel gets a kill on the Foresight, who has been pretty decent, has been pretty good these last few rounds. So that's gonna be pretty big for Revival.
Jatholes and Kronk picking up two though, and that gives them the man advantage, and the health on Casper is not something we can forget. Very, very low here. Kronk in a vertical position, looking for an elbow and shoulder, anything at all. Not finding it yet, and they have to get to this bomb site. The smokes are starting to come through, and they don't want to be pushing through those again. We've seen it before. It's not worked out for them, and they're starting to get a little bit scared now. They have to make space. They have to break through that. The smoke goes through. Spudsack more than ready to break through that one. Will take Jatholes out. Deity will trade back onto Casper. They only have 5 seconds left. They have to get something here. There's no peaks coming through, and it will be the round for Revival, and we will be going to match 3.
the third map will be Clubhouse. So I really do hope to see some very fun plays on Clubhouse. I do also want to see some spawn peaks because Clubhouse is pretty famous for the spawn peaks.
Yes, I'm more than excited to see Clubhouse. It is a favorite of mine. It's definitely in my top 3 maps so far. So really looking forward to seeing that one as we go through the action replays. It was a very back and forth game, but clutches left, right, and center.
I think Deity would probably be the MVP of these rounds. Even though he didn't win, he did have 2 4Ks going for him. So he was really pulling his own weight, and in the end, I think he had something like 13 kills, 14. He had a ridiculous amount of kills. So he definitely carried Outlast quite a lot.
Yeah, definitely the standout player, but we knew that from the start. That was the player to watch. And then map 1 didn't look so hot. There was a lot of Jatos and Kronk and kind of them pulling it forward, but Deity really putting on a show in that last game and really showing us what Deity is made of. And yeah, some really, really good picks there. The quad kill coming through from Nightmare, and he finishes this one up with the ace to clutch that match point round. And yeah, it was great showing from Revival at the end. And yeah, so I think the main thing to take from this is that on their maps they play well, they do incredibly well, and it all comes down to this decider. And Outlast, all eyes are on them as 7th seed into the 32nd one, losers bracket. They need to win this one. It's the money on the line. They need to get there. But of course, we do have to cut to a quick break. We're all going to get caffeine, so we'll be back in just a few moments to get through the rest of this, and it's going to be a banger series. Don't go anywhere.
So sweet, California. 'Cause girl, you know me and I adore ya. We could make peace, don't make me more ya. You may be evil, but I adore ya. So what about us? We've been chillin' laid back in a whip all black, tryna smoke some. Love the way we gotta act, hate the ways you react when we get done. Baby, just relax, I'ma keep us intact, we gon' have fun. We gon' have fun. So what about trust? Went from riding in the biz, now I'm riding with my friends, now it's all gone. That you peer till the end, and we're seeing you again, you've been so wrong. I don't know where you've been, baby, we could get it in, don't move on. Move on, don't move on. Run away from giving you all my time. I've been trying to find a way to run away. I've been tired of finding ways to hide, so now I need to run away. You've been lying, you got me dying inside, so now I want to run away. The back of my mind, the only place I can run and go escape to. Run away with me when you're ready. What I gotta do to keep it steady? I know that the pain is feeling heavy, but I'll be by your side if you let me. Feeling like a doctor, I'm just losing all my patience, and I really, really miss you. I can't even start to fake it. But my mama always told me you gotta fake it till you make it. But you've been on my mind, and I really can't take it, no. Say you're gonna run away, but you meant from me. And I'm caught in my emotions, but you're not sorry. Said that I'm not right for you, and now it haunts me. Wish I was your right today. You lied, now I'm free. Run away from giving you all my time. I've been trying to find a way to run away. I've been tired of finding ways to hide, so now I need to run away. wanted to stay. Riding solo while I skirt through the race. Sipping straight out the bottle, ain't no need to chase. And I got all these problems that I need to face. But I'm gonna run away from giving you all my time. I've been trying to find a way to run away. I've been tired of finding ways to hide, so now I need to run away. You've been lying, you got me dying inside, so now I want to run away. The back of my mind, the only place I can run and go escape to.
Honestly, if you want to continue to be petty like this, go for it. Keep ignoring my calls. Keep denying every single text I ever sent you. Because I'm done. This bullshit over and over and over again. I'm so sick and tired of it. And you just don't understand. But that's fine. I'm used to being second place.
I tried and tried, no matter all the times you lied. I cried and cried, then it took me late into the night. When I lost it again. You're calling, I'm nauseous.
Welcome back. We're here.
Hi.
We're tired, but we're going to get through this because for the love of Siege, we have to get through this. So we're going to the last map. Break it down for me real quick, Jim. We're going to have a look at the map bans as well, but break this down. How do we see this one going?
Well, it was nobody's click, or it was actually Outlast's pick. It was Clubhouse. So they did win. They did win Oregon when it was their pick. So it's possible that they could win Clubhouse when it's also their pick, and they're also doing defense.
Well, it's
on
Decider.
Clubhouse
It's not
first.
really their pick, but they can ban around it and kind of force it towards that direction regardless. It is a tactic some teams can use, but it was the Decider, so no one really picked it. It was just that's how the cookie crumbled on picks.
That's fair. So
Ooh, that's an
Habana ban.
interesting ban because Habana's been very hotly contested.
Maybe it was a purpose ban. It was to throw off a Maverick ban. That's huge for upstairs site for CC and Cash. He's really good at helping open up that wall. So that's a huge ban.
You've seen
Solus is
Solus
al-
banned quite a bit though.
Solus is really good helping with bandit tricks and Cade tricks. So it's pretty pertinent on CC Cash and as well as Master Bedroom. And as well as Basement she's pretty crucial for predicting those
Expected that
tricks.
ban. But
Yeah.
I want to kind of pick your brain. What is the main kind of plan you see on defense here? So looking at Outlast gaming, where do you think they're going to be putting this diffusal kind of site? Where are they going to be focusing their ideas, and what are we going to see like agent pick wise?
I'm sure we're probably going to see a lot of smokes to keep them at bay. We did have. Oh, okay. We do have someone is AFK. Nope, we're all good, I think. But anyway,
Defenders, protect your bombs from being
there's
defused
going to
by
be a lot
attackers.
of utility used on. If CC and Cash is used, they're going to use a lot of utility on red stairs and that main wall, because that main wall is super huge. They're going to put a lot of utility on the hot tub balcony wall, because that is also a very big push inside. And I'm sure office study, whatever it's called. I think it's called study. But it's gonna be held pretty tightly. And we also don't see a castle, which is usually what is taken for the site as well.
We also see a sub coming in.
5 seconds
Ooh,
left.
which one?
We have rejected gold coming in. We have rejected gold coming in instead of. Who was it actually? The brain has gone blank.
That's why. Yeah, I'm actually blanking pretty hard. Give me a minute. Give me a.
Deity's there,
minute.
Kronk is there, Amty is
Foresight.
there. Foresight is gone. Foresight was a very good opener for them, but probably just a timing thing. They might have had to go. So rejected gold has jumped in. So I guess all eyes on the sub to go big here for Outlast, as we do see the round beginning now, and information revival, that's the name of the game.
Maybe they just want to go big or go home. They want to go for the gold in this last map, so maybe that's why they had the sub come in. We also see that nice impact to destroy the alibi and the shield, so that was a pretty good use. That was 2 items of utility for 1 frag grenade, so that was a pretty good play right there. Pretty good throw.
Yeah, the poke coming through, the utility. It's all on which team knows this map better. It's the deciding map. And it's whoever's more drilled and more prepared for this. As we're
By attackers.
looking through, Revival have found the bomb sites. It's a good start for them. A couple of angles here to hold from Rejected, and he's sitting there with that shotgun ready to go. I think for the side of Revival, I guess my eyes are currently on Nightmare after that ace last time.
Yeah, Nightmare did pull off a pretty amazing ace, so I'm sure he's gonna do pretty well. I don't know how well he's gonna do on Clubhouse. Player skill can change between maps. It happens very constantly, as we did see with Oregon and Chalet. We did see a change from Kronk being the MVP to Deity being the MVP. So it could change today, and it most likely will.
Yeah, Unstoppable is going for this one, but Deity's already picked up 2. We're going to cut back over to Unstoppable here, as Deity does get taken down by Spudsack. So it is a 4 for 3, but opening for Outlast.
It's a
empty.
very good opening for Outlast.
Attackers have dropped the bomb diffuser.
Clean.
Yeah, we are
Okay.
going to go to a quick admin pause. It'll just be a couple of seconds. It shouldn't be too long, but a great opening there for Outlast. They've got everything they needed opening up that round. So yeah, it looks good. It's them on defense, though. They've been so solid on defense throughout this series, and it is kind of their strongest point. Their attack has been faltering here and there, and has come down to clutch merchants to kind of bring them in. So I expect them to do better on this side. But Revival, they had now a sub as well, so we have to keep an eye on the sub. But Revival, it's all on them to get these opening angles and start to build up momentum, because with momentum, they've looked strong.
They have had a good amount of momentum. However, that momentum has stopped and gone the other way a few times, keeping all of these maps very even and pretty close together. I mean, Oregon was double overtime. Chalet was double overtime. So I wouldn't be surprised if this was double overtime. But again, it's the magic of Siege. Anything can happen. There could be an ace by Deity. There could be an ace by Kronk. It could be anybody, really.
Yeah, there could be aces, there could be flawlesses, there could be the magic of Siege, there could be madness. We could see a big upset coming through and Revival taking it, heading in towards that, closer to that cash prize and trying to get into those finals, the grand finals that will be on Sunday, I believe, or is it Monday morning? Monday afternoon for you. It'll be early morning probably for me, but nonetheless,
yeah.
getting closer to that cash prize, that's what's most important here. And starting to build that team towards higher tiered tournaments and getting prepped for what could be the big next step for them. We've already seen some brilliant teams coming through, and both of these teams have been playing incredibly well with some really, really good star players. So we could be seeing future major winners either. Never know.
Definitely. These guys could be the start of a brand new Major League esports. They could be the ones broadcasted to hundreds of thousands across the country. And this could be the starting point for them. We did see HK and Sins. They were both absolutely amazing teams. So they could take themselves even further if they wanted to. And some
Kronk
of these teams
pulling the lever at a major. Just put it in your head. Just the big stage, all the casters, the hype, and people with signs saying Kronk pulled the lever.
Yeah,
it could be Kronkin time, you know? Like it could be
Kronkin time.
It could happen. It could happen. I do like Kronkin time. I might stick with that one. You know? Yeah, and on Ja. It could be Jat holes, you know, on Ja.
Yeah, could be. There's a
If
lot
they
of
ever see their
catchphrases with
name in
some of these
lights,
names.
I swear to God, if they ever make it to a major, they don't remember this cast. There will be war. There will be war.
We'll
I
come for
want
you.
them to, on stage after they win a major, in front of the mic go, I remember Sader saying Kronkin time, and that's stuck with us the whole way through. That's what matters. But we will be jumping straight back into this game. Will we see Kronkin time? Who knows?
I'm thinking we will see Kronkin time. He's already got a kill on the board, so he's looking pretty comfortable even after one round. One kill is not huge, but again, that's 1 out of 5, so not bad already. And I feel like he's probably going to be pulling off another, probably a spawn peek or maybe another run out. So I would love to see, I'd love to see him get the kill. I don't think he will, just because of how they spawned, considering he spawned warehouse. So probably not. But yep, no, he doesn't get the spawn peek and he doesn't go for it. But ah well.
No, he doesn't get the peak, but nonetheless, it was worth a shot. As we do see the opening come through, Kronk again. Just, I love Kronkin time.
Kronkin time. It sounds like the thing from the Fantastic Four. It's clobbering time. It's Kronkin time.
Actually, it came from Valorant when we were doing Game Changers, but it was Sonderen time.
It's Sonderen time.
Yeah, it was Shopify Rebellion Sonder, an absolutely incredible player. She is absolutely cracked. Sadly, she didn't end up winning it and falling in the finals, but like it'd be like 1v4 and everyone would be counting her out, and Sonder would just come through with the sickest 1v4 you'll ever see, like flicks for days. An amazing, amazing player, and she is just wonderful to listen to as well. Always singing Spice Girls and stuff in the pre-game calls. Wonderful, wonderful. But as you do get into this round, those kunai coming through, Deity closing off some angles there and really playing well there. But how do you feel so far about Outlast's kind of defense here? But rejected goal, they take 1.
Well, it looks pretty good so far considering they're only down 1. While Revival is down 3. Nightmare has had a history of clutching up, as well as Unstoppable getting a pretty good amount of kills. And we, especially with the kill onto Kronk, we could see Nightmare go for a 3v2 clutch. We also can't count out Unstoppable currently going even, which is always a good sign. It's not good to go negative, but it is okay to go even.
Attackers have located a bomb.
Yeah, all about that KDA right now. Going even is fine, but being the one to get traded on is not always the best feeling either. You want to see those 5-0, 6-0, 7-0s, but rejected gold coming up big in these games for the sub. 3-0 currently, holding their own. Unstoppable in a mounting numbers advantage, and they will get taken down. So rejected gold, 4-0, big round from the sub.
He did. I wasn't really expecting too much from Gold, but he is really proving me wrong right now. He's kind of showing up, and he's proven that his aim is good, and he is making those really good plays. Taking that last round almost all by himself, but taking it from Nightmare as well as Unstoppable, 2 players who have been pretty good these last few rounds. So I would say Rejected Gold is showing himself, he's showing his colors, and he's showing them really well, especially going 4-0 so far in only 2 rounds.
Yeah, this is how subs are meant to be. They're meant to be that tactical substitution going, this is your map, we need you in, just call them in. 6-man rosters can sometimes work so incredibly well if people have these playstyles on certain maps, and Rejected Gold showing up, this is my map guys, they've called me in for this one, I know what I'm doing, deity be damned, I am the king on Clubhouse. So perfect start for them so far. I'm going to keep an eye more and more on Rejected Gold. I said at the start, you got to watch these subs, sometimes they have something magic, and this guy, magic.
So far he is pure gold, especially with that pure KD going in. I'm also seeing not too many interesting picks. We do see a castle pick, which is not that common when it comes to CC and cash. So a bit of an interesting pick there, probably just to hold the downstairs door and maybe the I would say maybe the construction window. And and the window and B site, of course. So it's pretty good for holding those, but the sledge kind of makes the castle moot as long as the sledge actually gets rid of those castles in time.
Yeah, so the castle does have to be careful. Daily Lol is going to have to readjust some things, but they've located the bomb site, still strong. A little bit of chip onto Angel, but the Angel still has wings and is up high at the moment, so we'll be able to swing down with a vengeance. And I've been playing too much Diablo 3.
Yeah, me neither.
Yeah. Diablo 3 Angels just swinging in the back of my head right now, but Nightmare setting up, getting ready to breach that wall there, and this is where we need to start thinking about Outlast's game plan. They've been solid so far, but with the changes to the selections on Revival, do they need to start swapping things up? They have to start being prepared for what's coming for them, as they're changing it up, and I like it.
Yeah, they definitely are. They did, I think, in my opinion, they did put a lot of utility onto main wall in B site. It's a very important wall to keep. However, you see Amity poking at that wall. It's a very, very important wall, but now that they have them thinking and have that open already, they're getting nervous and they're getting jumpy that somebody's going to be going through that wall while everybody else is going through construction, sneaking behind them and basically flanking them after they're trying to go into gunfights with a phantom shooter.
Yeah, they do have to be careful here, and that's... Oh, there it is, the opening one. Jato's on Ja, going hard here as Casper does trade it back. Rejected Gold will fall. The first death for our new sub. Nightmare opening it up again. So, back to a 3 for 3. Amty has something to say really quick about that one. Looks like they're trying to get that diffuser down. Tapped it, but it destroyed by Deedee. The headshot coming through. Nightmare falls. Drop the diffuser. 2 versus 1. Unstoppable. Needs to be careful here, but not careful enough as Amty takes it.
Very good playing from Outlast. I definitely liked seeing the, I believe that was an impact. One person threw an impact, and then the other one finished them off as the impact was making connection and damaging. So it was almost instant death as that impact hit, which it usually does maybe 70, 80 damage. I can't remember which one it is. So those Pokeballs are very good for doing quick damage. However, they don't finish the job, which is super annoying, but they did have that teammate beside them to finish the job really quickly. So that was a very nice play from them. Very good teamwork.
Yeah, good teamwork, good setup, good start, and trio for Outlast, but we counted their chickens before they hatched previously with the 4-0. We could see it again, but it seems a little cleaner this time.
So far, Outlast has been pretty good. Again, we have seen this before, especially in Oregon, where Outlast maybe had 4 or 5 rounds in their pocket, and then Revival just came back all of a sudden, getting 5 or more, making it even, and then we go into double overtime. So I wouldn't count them out just yet, especially considering what history says. It will repeat itself. So I am expecting to see Revival make another comeback and make it even once again, and we'll probably go into double overtime.
Yeah, one thing I have to say though is that, like, there's less deaths overall for Outlast in 3 rounds. So 3 rounds, they've 1 death apiece apart from Kronk, who's got 2. That's very, very clean going into round 4, and I do have to worry a little bit about the mental game that's going on with Revival. Maybe it has just been a long day, and with that fresh blood coming in from Rejected, it brings a whole new vibe to the call, so have to keep an eye on that. Like, Rejected Gold could be the one to come in, bring back the vibes, bring back the good mental, and keep the calls up, keep the comms up, and it could be just a little bit lax now from Revival.
I can definitely tell you from personal experience, playing 3 rounds that go maybe an hour and a half each is pretty mentally draining, especially when you have to be focusing on every single pixel on that screen for 3 hours straight. Nobody really wants a 3rd map, but when it does happen, everybody's pretty exhausted. So it's good to see some new blood going through Outlast.
Oh, he put away his gun. Rejected Gold, no. Can't be doing that at this stage, buddy, but as we do say, it is a 1-for-1 and just a little bit of an unfortunate timing there for Rejected Gold, but Oh, there's two big picks coming through. Unstoppable putting down a marker saying it's not over yet. Amty does manage to take him out in the end. Low health bars on Angel. Amty goes for a triple kill on for that ace. Will get taken out though. Angel on low HP manages to pick that one up. Plenty of time left to play for, and Deity, all on you, and we've seen you do it before.
Very interesting. Deity having a good stun gun, but he does get taken out by Sack from behind. Looks like they were, oh no, they were pushing through bedroom window. He was kind of getting pinched from office as well as bedroom window. So it was a very low chance that he would have made that out of alive. But there goes Outlast's momentum in defense, and Revival is, let's say it again, ladies and gentlemen, it's getting another revival as they come back from the brink.
Phoenix from the ashes is what it is right now, but Revival, it's not done yet. They're only halfway through. They're still only in baby Phoenix form. They need to get more and more done on this. And Outlast, they have a 2-round advantage. We're going into round 5. It's all about this setup once again, and Rejected Gold kind of handed it to them a little bit with that unfortunate timing. So it's not like Foresight killing a teammate, it was killing themselves.
Definitely. And we also see Deity taking Warden once again. Still not a good op in my opinion, and I also like to see Amity's placing cap cans almost randomly across for second floor, because they know that is a very popular style the Revival likes to take. They like to take roamers like to go through second floor and first floor, so that will do quite a bit of damage to any roamers that don't pay attention to those cap can traps, as well as slow down anybody who's really trying to rush in, like a Sledge or an Ash.
Yeah, Ash, one of my favorite ones. Casper on that one now. Not having the hottest game so far, has been Unstoppable and Nightmare kind of leading the charge here for Revival, but there's only so much you can do. You can lead all the charges you want, but you need to continue the momentum, keep that tempo up, get the vibes up, keep the call happy, communicating, clean, crisp, lock, and more importantly now, on the information game, gotta be fast, gotta be quick. So Unstoppable pushing in, Spudsack getting that camera, looking to try find something here. Nightmare has broken that wall already, so nothing to be found. Using that camera as a second pair of eyes for the assistants, rushing down the stairs, getting closer and closer to spotting something, and they will spot someone.
I like also how Deity saw the drone, and yet he's still trying to move up those stairs and make a push. Rejected Gold getting a very nice kill, but it does get traded back by Nightmare with a very nice headshot. So
yeah, traded back. That's not what they needed to do. They need to get those clean kills and get out. But with that 1-for-1, with I don't know how to correctly phrase it, but Revival, they have a idea in their mind, and as soon as they start to execute on it, they seem to falter.
They just seem to they just kind of panic, or maybe they kind of forget the plan, or one or two of them kind of goes off on their own deals. That happens quite a lot in Siege.
Yeah, it's kind of like they're not on the same page for all of their plays, and Angel with the diffuser now breaking down some of these sites, Nightmare getting the same done, and Deity does take out Angel on the other side. The timing wasn't there for both of them to break that floor. Cusper does get some chip onto Kronk, but Kronk is always ready for a trade back, so we have to keep an eye on that. There's always someone covering someone. Revival Games picked up the diffuser, they swapped it over to Nightmare. Nightmare now looking for that entry. Running out of time, 35 seconds left on this clock, and they need to make the push now or they're going to be in serious trouble.
Outlast most likely is going to be starting just to hold angles and play for time. They know they don't really have a lot of time. As long as they can just keep that diffuser out. Amty gets a kill on the Nightmare. That is huge for Outlast. And
there it is. The crossfires come in and the round for Outlast, and exactly what they needed. They needed a nice clean round, and one of the only games I've casted it a lot, and it doesn't have an economy system, which is so impactful, is the fact that no matter what you do, it's all about your operator selection, and you can always change things up no matter what. So it's always down to the right choices, and it looks like we might see a Thatcher.
I would definitely like to see Thatcher, though it also doesn't look like we. No, no, never mind. I just didn't see the calling card there for a hot minute. But we will see a Thatcher, and Thatcher is extremely good, especially on Cash and CC. And I believe last time they opened up main wall and just left it so they can push construction, just to kind of confuse everybody. But I think now they're going to go through main wall.
Yeah, so pushing on through this one, the setup's coming through, and Outlast 4-1. If they can get it to the 5-1, I think it might be done and dusted. They seem to be the kind of team that can start hot. So with that round advantage, this will be the biggest round advantage they have going into the half. If they can start hot, they can finish this one off nice and quick. And Revival, they look a bit deflated.
Yeah, I mean, a three-round difference does make quite a big a difference. And we also saw in chat the cheese strat, which is a common strat among CC and Cash in Clubhouse, where they open up the wall to specifically get better sound cues as well, or just get better sound cues so they can Cade or Bandit trick a lot easier.
Yeah, but the Siege will be coming through straight onto that wall as Angel looking to break that one down. Frags going through, fully opened. Gonna step away from it though. A nice little bait and switch.
Excuse me. I need to stop yawning. Need to stop yawning. Yeah, I think that it was probably a good play to break it open and move out of the way, because there's gonna be a lot of there's gonna be a lot of eyes on that wall right as it opens up, of course, because you can't really look away from an explosion unless you're really cool. Then you can look away from explosion. Ooh. Deity's gonna get a really nice angle on a Casper from construction. That was really nice to see.
Yeah, Nightmare taking out rejected gold there, as we saw on the POV, but Deity picking up another one, taking some great trades, and another one, a triple, looking for possibly their second ace of the game. It might not have been a good pick in your eyes, but it's working for them now. Jatholes on Ja will take another one, and it all comes down to the last, and Deity taking that 4K for himself.
Look at this run out on Master Bedroom. Wow. Oh, that has gotta hurt. Prone on the floor, Deity goes through the Master Bedroom, didn't expect it at all, and so many bullets in the back. That is just gotta be really unfortunate, but we are gonna be going into a team timeout for a little while. I'm sure right now. Yeah, they're just talking about strategies, seeing what they can do, and refreshing their brain.
Yeah, that's the most important thing, is sometimes just bringing it all back, calming it all down, and getting ready for that second half. And Revival, they got that round. That's still a round in their favor, I suppose, but like that mounting 5-round advantage coming in for Outlast, it's big. It's very big. It's a really good start, and for a team that starts hot on the eye test, we do have to be very scared for Revival games.
Oh, definitely. But again, we have seen it happen in Oregon and Chalet, that they have come back and then it made us go to overtime. So we, knock on wood, we won't go back to overtime. But
knock on wood, we'll get a really good game of Siege.
Oh, that's a better knock.
That's the most important thing. Doesn't matter how tired we are or how much production is praying for that 7th round to come through nice and quick. We do want to see the best from both of these teams, and we want to see them go all the way and really give it their all. So from Revival, it's so far you've been playing, you've been getting close to that 100%, but I need 110% to see you make that to the final.
Oh, we also see a Brava and a 0 pick from Outlast Gaming, so they're really going for intel and making sure they can get all the gadgets they can. And I think Bravo is also going to be very nice for having cap cans. Capcan doesn't exactly place them on site, which a lot of people do, but Nightmare doesn't. So it's not going to be a detriment to Rival if those end up being hacked. However, it won't be bad if Gold ends up hacking them in the end.
Yeah, and that 0 coming through for Deity as well. I always like seeing 0. Nice little one, but some interesting picks. Rejected Gold going for the Brava, of course, and Kronk with the star shades on. Do like to see it. Is there any agent that stands out for you from the revival side though that might be a little bit more interesting? Nightmare's
Not
got a spice.
not too interesting. Capcan is a bit of an odd play. It's not like ridiculously uncommon. It's just not played as often as a lot of people would think. So that's interesting, as well as his gun kit is really good.
We do see them start to make their way in with the cameras, starting to get some information down, and indeed, he just spraying through the sword. If he had just stayed an extra second or two, he might have spotted an elbow, but Catsper on the cam will find one. The pings are going through that. They're in the basement there. They're down in the Sons of Anarchy area, but Nightmare opens it up with a wall bang.
That is unfortunate. He gets taken out by the Capcans that he could have hacked. That's gotta feel bad.
Yeah, not a fun one. Do see some frags going out, and Lol taking a little bit of damage there as well. Does have to be a little bit careful of that drop down, and they are starting to make their way in now, and the angles are being held quite well so far by Revival, and this is their round to win.
Excuse me. My coffee has really run out. Wow. But we do see that Zero using Argus cams, and those Argus cams are especially great, considering they do have a charge similar to a Twitch drone. They have a singular charge that takes a very long time, I believe like a full minute to recharge. So they're useful on first deployment, however, they just become normal cameras afterwards. Still good for intel, but not for good destroying other gadgets.
No, and here we go with Jato's trying to break through that kunai there. Not quite going to work out for you there, buddy, but they're 30 seconds left. They have to make a push now. They do have to be careful, but this is their moment. They need to make the break, and Deity and Jato's just say, okay, on Ja, we'll do this one. Deity going for another. Does get traded back. Last man standing here, Kronk, the clutch merchant himself. It might be Kronken time as he is walking forward. He is getting held by both angles here, but he's in a good position for this one, but he has to be careful about the swing, and he does get caught by Nightmare in the end. Bit of a spicy one there.
I hope Kronk watches the VOD, or at least is currently watching, and he just takes that catchphrase and he's like, that's really good. It's Kronken time.
Yeah, he has to. And if he doesn't,
yeah,
he has to come and give me a shout on Twitter at least. just for that one. Just for that one. But
I hope
Kronk
Kronk can
me.
hear us. He should totally tell us if he's gonna take Kronken time or not.
He better. And if someone in the chat, please go and clip me saying Kronken time as many times as you want and tell him all about it. I do not mind in the slightest because it is exceptional. But I do need him to pull the lever at some stage during this game, because he is kind of their standout player, and right now he's kind of faltering behind a little bit. Maybe it's the fatigue is getting to him. But I do like to see players in these situations where it does go long. It is very, very long day. We also get it. But we do like to see them really show up and show that they can go for these long hours, because majors, they take the energy out of you. You're jet lagged, you're moving, you're all over the place. We need you prepared for that, Kronk. We need you ready for the future of Siege.
He was doing really good on Orion, and he did pretty decent on Chalet, so to see him falter this much in Clubhouse, by all accounts, it really just doesn't make sense.
Yeah, there's definitely some fatigue probably leaking into the teams now, but as we get into action phase, and the good news is that without Foresight here, there's less chance of Amty getting shot in the back of the head by a teammate. So there always is a plus side to bringing in Rejected Gold. That might have been why he's benched right now. Amty just went, I'm not having that on my team, and just said, Rejected Gold, you're in for this one. But with the changes, Rejected Gold 5 and 5, going for those ace picks, and need to see them getting onto site now, making those pushes. But they seem to have snuffed this one out, and the defenders, they're in the right places.
We're never gonna let you forget that team kill. We're gonna tweet that to you, or like when I
wake up, maybe.
Yeah, we're gonna type that to you a lot. And just remember that team kill you did in majors. Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, perfect. Just kind of lost your team the game on that one. But Outlast game, and They've located the bomb sites. This is where we need to see them really, really start to pop off. Jat holes does have the diffuser. Still hanging out on the roof up there. Kind of too scared to go in. Amty using the hollow. Getting taken out immediately. Getting a little bit of chip damage there from the shocks, but does take one. Kronk takes another. Deity does get taken out. Is 4 members strong here for Revival. And we see the Amty going for the trade, but not quite getting it. Does lose to Unstoppable in the end. The shots not quite landing. Rejected gold, still making their way in. Bit of a spray coming through from Jad there. Does back off a little bit and give that space, but the round not looking too hot for them now.
No, not at all. And as I said, I think maybe a round or two ago, we have seen upsets where Outlast had a very good head start. Then they started to lose steam, and then Revival kind of took advantage of that and came back. And it seems like that's about to happen right now with Outlast going 2 and Revival only have 4 players left. So there's a huge chance that Revival is going to be coming back and getting it even with Outlast, and then we're going to go, and then it's going to be a bit closer.
Yeah, Casper does take out Rejected Gold there in the end. It's 1 member standing. Going to take their time here, maybe just talk about what the future plan is on this attacking side, throwing out some of that utility. Tries to break into site, does take out Unstoppable, which is a big pickup there, the nice headshot, but they were ready and waiting. They had that C4 on the ground as bait, and he takes it like a rat to cheese.
Okay, like a what?
A rat to cheese.
I do not understand that analogy. I apologize.
Rats eat cheese on mousetraps.
Oh, I'm sorry. It sounded very odd with the accent. I apologize.
I have nothing to say. I've said that phrase so many times. First time someone goes, rats eat cheese? Like,
yeah, that's what I was thinking. It's like, what? What are you talking about?
Locate and defuse bombs.
yeah, no, we're just going to leave that one hang in the air for a few minutes. We'll leave that one go.
Rat to cheese.
Rat to cheese. Like a rat to cheese. Like when the rat goes for the cheese and then the mousetrap goes bang. No?
Right. Okay, I got it. I'm sorry, but I got it now.
Damn, man.
Sorry. I'm tired. My coffee wore off maybe half
No, it's
an
fine.
hour.
Just tell me I have a horrible accent. It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Oh, you don't have a horrible accent.
There's dozens of us, okay? There's dozens of us in Ireland.
I like the accent, damn it. Don't.
But we will jump back into the game regardless of the accents right now. And having a look at the changes they've went for already. Deity swapping it up, going for the hammer.
I'm going for... Ooh, we also have a Cali from Rejected Gold. He's been pretty decent on his aim, so not a bad pick. And Cali's secondary is also a very good backup, though it's not the most accurate considering, well, just considering how it is. Its recoil's a bit hard to handle, so Rejected Gold is going to be very good for opening up that main wall, especially getting rid of the gadgets, but not very good at when it comes to 1v1 situations. Oh,
very nice start there. It's crossbows once again. Amty opening it up there, and you had your hesitation about this pick when we were talking about it at the start, but it seems to be working for them here.
oh, definitely. That flame worked very well in there.
Deity. Can't be doing that to the man. It's not fair. But yeah, another kill goes through. They do get some more information. Kronk picks up another one. Kronk in time is activated now. This is where the push comes. This is where they go big. Spudsack manages to trade one back. Rejected gold. Jottles, but Deity finishes that one off onto Spudsack, and they do fall, and that is match point.
Wow, that was impressive. I did not expect them to come back that fast and that hard. Like,
They just need to outlast them. That's all they need to do.
ha 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 ha.
You can reject my dad card now. It's fine.
Yeah, okay, that was bad. I'm sorry.
Oh, don't do it to me, Jatholes. Don't pick a G2. Don't pick a G2. Don't do it. Don't. I can't have you winning on a G2 pick.
Well, why not? Why are you so against G2 picks?
I support Fnatic.
Oh, I see.
Attackers need to locate
There's
and
a
defuse
beef
bombs.
and blood and tears and Caps left us. God damn it. But we beat them last week. It's all good. Yeah, but going into this one, I'm not too sure about the pick from Rejected Gold. I'm not really liking it right now, but Ja's got that big breach. I'm loving that.
Yeah, definitely a very weird pick from Rejected. I highly doubt they're gonna keep it, and if they do, they're gonna switch off to Buck.
They're going Bucky. They're going Bucky. Okay. There's hope there.
That's a lot better.
5 seconds to insertion.
And Deity's also going to be switching over to Ace, being the hard breacher of the team, and
Attackers objective
Jodels is also going to go Dokubi. So they heard you and got rid of the Thermite, so be grateful they don't have a G2 pick now.
I don't know why, but I love Dokubi as a pick. I think it's one of the more unique kind of operators in the game, like the viruses, ballistic armor. I think there's a lot that can be done there, but Amity in a 1 versus 2 right now does need to get out on sketch from that one as Casper takes out Rejected Gold. But Deity, the man with the plan, the star player, does manage to get another onto this site already. But Kronk falls, Deity falls. There's no low healths either. A bit of chip damage onto Casper, but Amity and Ja, they have to go big here.
We could see a possible clutch. Two people per Outlast member, though it is going to be very unlikely considering how tight Revival is going to be holding those angles. There's not very many people left. They can see that, so now they're just going to be holding angles and waiting for those two to make a push. Jodels, though, takes a very nice kill on to Spud, and he congratulates him with a nice shot in chat.
Yeah, that's a very nice shot coming out from Ja, and that could swing this round in favor. Slow pull here from Amty on the other side, and frags in hand. Space being given, that could be a big frag, a little bit of damage. Bit of information there as well. Knocked off by that kunai though, and they know. That's the important thing. They do have to be careful for that backside as the shots start firing through. Ja, it's all on you right now. Amty does manage to break through that kunai and take a different angle. Ja's poking through. This is dangerous.
Is that unstoppable? Oh, wow. Jodels gets a kill on the Nightmare, making it 2v2. It is unstoppable. He has a very fun angle on top of the desk near dirt. So that is a very strange angle. I don't think a lot of people take it, but if Jodels or Amty can...
Oh,
no,
Casper.
Casper's going to take down Amty. 1v2 all down to Jodels.
Jadholes does manage to get the triple kill and get that one. It's all into a 1 versus 1. The shots start coming through. They have to be scared here. Here comes the diffuser. Nice little take, and he doesn't get it.
No.
It does go to Revival in the end. Very close.
It was a perfect trade. That is so disappointing.
Oh, if that diffuser had just went down, if he just held it, it would have changed that outcome. But Outlast, they only need one more round out of the next 2 before it goes to overtime. It has to be a nice clean take. They're thinking about this. They're not locking in immediately. Buck and Ayana, the first 2 ones, Amty, sticking to their pick. Dokubi once again being hovered. Ace, Lion, Jackal as the last choices. And Jackal, interesting.
They really want to get rid of those roamers. They want to find them and make sure they get rid of them very fast. Roamers are quite bad, especially when you don't get rid of them. They tend to come back and they tend to flank, and that tends to not spell very good for your team.
Yeah, I just want to see one member of Outlast just really take charge here and just come with a 3-4K. Really show what they're made of. So we've seen them do it before. We know that they can, so just want to see them go big or go home here pretty much. But it's all on Revival. Like, we have to remember this. They're in the driver's seat. Defenders, when they're waiting for that defusal to come through, they're in charge. They set the pace. It's up to Outlast to break that momentum and break that hold. But once that diffuser goes down, things do change. But I don't really see too many actual diffusals being planted. Let's be honest here. It's not really a game for that, is it?
Nah, it's all for kills. It's all for speed, and they're generally pretty good at keeping that diffuser out of sight. So there isn't really a decent chance to get that diffuser on. But with Destiny's 16 kills and 5 deaths, I wouldn't be surprised if he has the skill to be able to bring it all the way. But he is going to be trying to enter CC while there is somebody waiting for him, patiently waiting for him to open that wall and take the kill.
Yeah, we're having a look here. Cameras coming through from Nightmare, checking all the angles. That every single inch of this screen matters for them now as they're throwing some utility through that. Trying to get some information out. Spudsack takes a nice little bit of chip damage there. So all eyes on him to make that health worth it. Never mind, Nightmare falls to Kronk. Kronk has some bullets with some names on it, but he also has a bullet with his name on it as he does fall to Unstoppable. No trade back either, so a 1-for-1, 4 versus 4. Unstoppable has an eye on someone. Does have to change the angle to see if there's a trade attempt coming through. Rejected gold. The sub goes big, goes hard, takes out Unstoppable. And angles and avenues being created.
Rejected gold now going even. He made a pretty good kill there. I think he got rid of Nightmare or Unstoppable. Both of them pretty good, and both of them going even with a nice kill to death ratio. But it's looking Revival game
80.
3-1. This could be the end of Revival games today.
Yeah, it's all down to Angel. Is all down to this star player to really bring it back. 4-8 currently in a 1 versus 2. Does have to be careful of these angles. Does take out Ja. Ja falls. Deity, star players, 1 versus 1, clutch, match point on the line. Diffuser being placed, being planted. The angle not being held. 45 seconds left to go, so plenty of time to play with here. Deity does have to be careful. Will get taken out, and that will be Outlast Gaming taking the game, taking match point, and coming down to those star players, and Deity edges it out.
That almost went to overtime once again.
Yeah,
So
and I do have to talk about Rejected Gold coming in and really showing up in that first round. Really popping off.
Yeah, he really held his own weight, especially at the beginning, and then he came back last round and started to do a little bit more, getting I think 2 kills in the last round. So he really proved that a sub can be as good as the main player on the team.
Yeah, just looking at these action replays going back out on that. Absolutely incredible. So I guess that ends us for tonight. After a very, very long broadcast, we've been here for a good while. We have some games coming up tomorrow. I will get all that information written down so I can recite it perfectly for you. But the last couple of things we have to say is that Revival games, they still looked really, really strong, and I hope to see them come back again. And with the same roster, they were incredibly good, so we can't doubt them in any way. But Outlast, they did just manage to edge it out in that final deciding map, but they were held to overtime quite a lot.
Yeah, Outlast was the one that won in the end. However, Revival really gave them a run for their money, going overtime, double overtime twice. So they really didn't want to go out without a fight, and they proved it right there. Good job to both teams, Outlast being the winner. So obviously you guys were the better of the two. However, I will say Revival was still very good in the end.
Yeah, incredible stuff. So the main thing is 12 EST tomorrow. There is more games coming through. Keep an eye on the Twitter, on the socials. Keep an eye on the Discord. Keep an eye on all of that, and you will see every game that's coming up. Hopefully, we'll be back again tomorrow at some stage, Jim, to catch some more Siege. But that is all from us tonight. Thank you so much to the producers, everyone working behind the scenes, and of course, Jim, for joining me on this wonderful broadcast. So we will see you all soon. I hope you enjoyed the Siege. We'll see you tomorrow.
Honestly, if you want to continue to be petty like this, go for it. Keep ignoring my calls. Keep denying every single text I have ever sent you. Because I'm done.